Roll Tide, everybody, and thank you for coming and hanging out with us. Bama closing out a win against Oklahoma, and they'll play Indiana, and I like what I see. I like what I see, everybody. I tell you what, when Bama was down 17-0, you guys are texting me. You're like, oh, what's going on here? And I was right there with you. But I got to give this team so much credit for coming back on the road in a hostile environment and taking care of business. Let me do something before we play the Open. I just want to do one. I want to do one thing before I hit. No, I'm going to hit the Open, and when I come back, this right here is going to say final. What a great win for Alabama. And it didn't look like it was going to happen. But Roll Tide, everybody. What a great night. I can't wait to talk about this. Phone lines are open. We're going to break this thing down. What a fantastic night. We're on the next round. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Get in here and talk. Let's get into this. I'm naming my next kid Connor Talty Gillespie. The guy was a phenomenal kicker tonight. He outkicked the guy that was supposedly the number one kicker in the country. So now I got to have another kid just to name it after him. Roll Tide. It's all over in Norman, Oklahoma. Let's all get our picture made on the Oklahoma logo out on the center of the field. Final score, 34-24. Kalen DeBoer. How about this? ESPN's rumored at the beginning of the game that Michigan's waiting around to see if they're going to get Kalen DeBoer. Maybe they'll clean up their program after all the bull crap that they're known for now, which is just cheating and more cheating. Different kinds. And the guys down 17-0. How many of you guys were panicking? How many of you guys were freaking out when it was 17-0? I was. Look, I'm not going to sit here and lie. I was. The way they played against Georgia, but they had a lot of guys sitting out against Georgia. And that SEC championship game, it doesn't mean the same thing that it meant in the past. So you go out, you try to get things done, and they certainly did that. Bama was down at 1.17-0. And as you guys call in and you guys fill up that caller line, and I'm going to get to all your calls tonight. If this team gets healthy, let me just tell you something right now. They can beat anybody. Yeah. Even Ohio State, with all the money that they've spent. Bama's dangerous because if they get healthy, Auburn fans that are watching, you're not going to like this. But they can win it all. They can. Now, I don't know if they're going to, and I'm not calling that. But what I'm telling you is that how many teams on the road in a playoff game down 17-0 came back to win? Nobody, because no visiting teams ever won a playoff game on the road. So that's what happened. And you want to talk about all the stuff. Ty Simpson was just getting battered. Bama had -3 rushing yards after the first half. But when people are questioning the swarm defense swarmed John Mateer in this game. They did. The pick six changed this entire game. The punt. Remember what Jake Coker told us. You guys watch our show. It's on this channel. He said that Saban had a list of things that make you lose games. Block punt, number 1. He said that. He learned that under the great legendary GOAT. Guess what happened against Georgia? We blocked the punt. We got our punt blocked. We lost. We blocked their punt, and that's when I'm like, hey, we're winning this game. Like, we're winning it. You can't overcome stuff like that. It's just the way that it's gone over the course of time and history of football. So you guys get in the comments section. We're brought to you by Pearl River Resort, Philadelphia, Mississippi. I'm going to play our commercial here with Jake just because he always seems to nail things. And then we're going to talk about the game. We're going to take your calls. We're going to the Rose Bowl, people. After that Georgia game, how many of you were like, we're going to the Rose Bowl? We're going there.
I may not suit up on Saturdays anymore, but I'm still in the game.
Let's roll.
In here, I call the plays, make adjustments, and lay it on the line. Want to feel that fire, that rush? Then you've got to get in the game. I used to say it in the tunnel, and I still say it now. Let's roll.
Let's roll.
Oh, let's roll, everybody. All right, I know the phone lines are packed right now. I'm going to get to them. I just want to go over some of the stats because, look, this one wasn't pretty, and you knew it wouldn't be. Brent Venables' defenses are tough, and Oklahoma beats Alabama in the regular season. They do. But Bama beats Oklahoma in the postseason. The games that count, and it happened again. But when I run through these stats, I mean, I don't know how many of you guys are going to be blushing, right? Bama first downs got beat 18-12. Third downs, they were 7 of 17. Bama got 2 third down conversions, 2 of 12. That's terrible. Fourth downs, both teams went once and got it. Total yards, Oklahoma beat us pretty bad, 362 to 260. So they were 100 yards better. Passing, they outpassed us, 307, 232. Ty Simpson was 18 of 29. John Mateer was 26 of 42. Rushing, Bama had 28. This is pretty funny. Bama had 28 yards. They had 55. Nobody can rush here. But I'll tell you where Bama won this game. The pick six and the fact that they had 4 penalties this entire game. One of them was I don't know. Can I say this on here and no one get offended? Can I say the term bullshit? Like the officials running down the sideline, he throws a 50. It didn't matter, but that was one of them. But look, Bama played a clean game. No fumbles, no interceptions. And you know what? We got them back. Xavier Brown with the pick six yet again. But this one was big, just like the Tennessee one. He needs a Daniel Moore print. Danny, if you're listening, the guy needs one. Whether you do it Tennessee or in this game, difference maker. It's Daniel Moore quality. I know he's on the one with Brian Williams in the Georgia game last year, but this guy twice when the print needs to be John Mateer trying to tackle him, and he just kind of brushes him off like, to the house. Okay? Down 17. Did anyone think that Bama was going to win by 10? Bama was Georgia. Oklahoma had the ball 33 minutes. Bama had it 26 minutes. And that's it. All right, let me go to the phone lines because you guys got the phone lines packed. You know what's great is that, first off, please make sure that you're a subscriber to the next round. The second thing is like the video as you hang out and get in the comments section. Be nice to each other. And super chats, you go right to the front of the line. And the more money you spend is the way that you get on faster. So Ryan Sullivan, $20. Let me just go ahead. This collector cup at the Floor Bama costs probably around 20. So I'm gonna just tip back. He says, wow, what a turnaround from the first half. Hey, Talty. I'm naming the kid Connor Talty Gillispie. That'll make Jim Dunaway happy. Everybody be happy. I'm happy. Look, I'm happy. He outkicked the other guy that was supposedly the best kicker in the world, right? He said, what about the Crimson Tide? Eat your heart out, SEC, Dory Noka and the crew. He said, they have talked Bama down all week. Rose Bowl, here we come. Roll damn Tide. RMFT. Thank you. Thank you, Ryan, for the super chat, man. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Perry, good to see you. You're exactly right. This is one of the most important points that anybody's going to make is that Cuevas was badly missed. And even though he wasn't the best version of himself, him being out there made a big difference. I want to check the stats because I'm curious, as all of us hang out, to know exactly what Cuevas did today. 4 catches, 43 yards. It was great having Cuevas back out there. The D was nasty. They were ferocious. They were absolutely ferocious. Like, I mean, it was not the first quarter we got our ass kicked. And then that defense kind of just got, buckled down, took care of business. Man, that was awesome. Craig, roll tide, brother. Thank you to Craig Waters for the super chat, man. Love you and your dog on there. You're my dog. All right. Going back to this one. This team, think about this, guys, before I go to the phone lines. And I've said this on here, and you guys know. I think I was on the other channel at the beginning of the year, whatever. Is I got on their behinds about the way they played against Florida State. Not up to our standard. Last time we played Oklahoma, we lost. I didn't fit, and you know what? I got the cup to prove it. Let's pull this out. The homecoming cup right here. Sadly, game we lost. It's got my ice in there because I'm working, probably going to be on here for like 3 hours tonight. So I had to have some extra ice. I got to have a drink with you guys. But I didn't feel like Oklahoma was better. I just thought they won the game. You know, like Saban used to say, sometimes you win the game, but you're not necessarily you didn't defeat your opponent. And then the Georgia game, like I'll give them all the credit they want to have, and I respect the hell out of them. They won because we were banged up. We didn't play all of our best players. And I know they didn't either, but it doesn't matter. That game is insignificant now. This is the game that matters. Because when you look at an Alabama football helmet, the only number that counts is 18 until we get to 19. And then 18 will be irrelevant, right? The SEC championship game, whether you believe it or not, is dead and gone. It's buried. And we rested guys for this. So that's my opinion. I'm going to tell you guys the God's honest truth. I thought if we lost the game, Kalen DeBoer was going to end up at Michigan. I don't know if that's true. That was just my gut feeling. And I'm going to tell you, my gut feeling's normally pretty good. Now, I've been covering Alabama since Gene Stallings. And you're going, no way. Look how young you look. Well, I'm just telling you. I'm an OG in this business. The fact that ESPN's got their guy out there saying that Michigan wanted him. He hasn't signed his contract extension yet. Bama's been trying to get him to sign that. We lose this game. Everybody's pissed. He's rolling out of town. I don't think his family dislikes Tuscaloosa. I think that it's just a lot, man, because, you know, if you're Miss Terry or you're his wife, Kalen DeBoer's wife, like, you're a celebrity now. You go to Michigan, you know, it's different. It's different anywhere else. You know, when you're the Alabama football coach, you're more popular than the governor in our state. It's an adjustment. But I don't think, from what I understand, I don't think they dislike Tuscaloosa. But he ain't going anywhere. This guy's got too much character to pull the same crap that Lane Kiffin pulled. And then for those of you guys that are going to try to talk to me about Lane Kiffin, look, Lane Kiffin's character is why he was not Alabama's coach now. Same reason why Ole Miss is playing their game tomorrow with Pete Golding. Think about that. Look, Kevin, that's you talk about some OGs, man. How many of you guys, raise your hand, went to Harry's bar back in the day? How many of you guys knew Harry? Well, Kevin did. Used to work there. Kevin, roll tide, my friend. Thank you. When we are aggressive, we're hard to beat. Dude, when I saw that one, like, it was like they ran a play and we blew up the blockers. And even though the guy got some yards, I was like, nobody's going to want to block again after that. Like we tore the blocker in half. But roll tide, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you. All of you guys. Are you ready who's ready to take some calls here? I sent out an email to the guys on the next round. We'll see if they want to jump in. If probably not. All right, let's go to the phone lines and start talking to you guys about this big game. Hopefully the phone lines work. Who's this and where are you calling from?
Mick, it's Stan from LA.
Stan from LA. What's up, brother, man? I got to tell you, man, thank you. Thank you for staying on hold. Thank you for being here. And RMFT from a man, Trip It and It's Free.
Absolutely. I got a few pointers here. Isn't karma a bitch? I mean, their special teams was horrific tonight. Ours sucked. Connor Talty shanked that sucker last game. What
Not
was
this
he?
time.
He was ice cold tonight. He was the Terminator. He just took it, man. And our special teams were magnificent.
Yeah.
What's the other point? Their pick
Hey,
six.
Stan,
in
are
the
you
first
going
game.
to,
What
well, hold
happened
on. Are
this
you going to
game?
name a
Our
kid?
pick six.
So hold on, Stan. Are you going to name, I said I'll name a kid, Connor Talty Gillespie for that performance tonight for Connor. You make the same pledge with me?
I don't think God wants another one of me in this world. Any part of me in here.
Hey, let's at least pick up his Innisfree bar tab again. The guy was great, man. Those two damn field goals at the end. We were on his ass so bad last time because I thought he lost us the game. He helped us win the game today. His field goals today, dude, and their guy missing the field goals, difference in the damn game. Period.
Absolutely. Offense did just enough to win the game, and the defense was beast when it needed to be. We gave up some stuff. We give up yards, time of the possession, but it was that bend but don't break swarm stuff, and we got after them when we needed to.
That pick six was great.
By Savion, man.
They all lined up.
Oh my God!
Did any? Let me ask you, Stan. How long you been a Bama guy? Like, what was your like when you started becoming a Bama fan? Tell me, just when.
1977.
Okay, so you go back to 77. All right, look, I just need you to remember a guy by the name, and anybody that's in the comments section that remembers this name, tell me. The guy's name was Brother Bill Oliver, and we played Miami. I know young Bama fans, you guys don't know this. We played Miami in the Sugar Bowl. Everybody thought we were going to get a whoop down, and Brother Bill and Gene Stallings and that defense and our guy Jay Barker, shout out to Jay, we got things done. But they would line up at the line of scrimmage, and the whole defense would be at the line of scrimmage, and then they confused everybody. And Mateer got confused on one of those plays, and it turned into 6 the other way. Loved it. Brother Bill would have loved Kane tonight.
His receiver was on a whole different route. That dude threw it right to Savion. Savion said, "Thank you, I'll take that."
Antonio Langham would have loved that.
Exactly. He just grabbed that little material and he said, "Slap that sucker right on the ground," and you walked into the end zone, baby. Pick six. It was beautiful, so beautiful. So when we're playing Oklahoma, I can only think of that great musical from Broadway. We'll just call it Oklahoma. And I'm going to let you go with Santa Claus is coming to town. And the Lord delivered my Christmas present to me tonight. I prayed that we could beat Oklahoma, because now all those buddies at my work, it's going to be nuclear meltdown come Monday, baby. Payback is such wonderful thing. So, Mick, great,
Stan,
all year long.
Before you get off, brother, and look, thank you for all the love and thank you for being here. You're one of the all-stars on this team. I need you to give out some game balls. I need the Stan from LA game balls before we get out of here.
Connor Talty gets a game ball.
Hell yeah,
Stadium Brown gets a game ball. And that defensive line, it came.
Dude, Keelan Keeley, finally.
He got that sack.
He's arrived.
Amen. Every man has a time to stand up. Every man has next man up. And, Josh Cuevas, I'll give him a game ball because you know what? It brought a little bit of security for Ty.
Yeah.
And he did just a little bit enough to release some of that stuff. So we need to focus on our offense a little bit more. I mean, I'm worried about the offense still, but hopefully we'll get healthy and hopefully we'll have momentum. Maybe this will just get the cobwebs out, give them that sense of win, give them that pride, that Tide pride, and they can get some momentum going. And we're playing Indiana, okay? And they're good. But
they're beatable.
We're going to the Rose Bowl, man.
Yeah.
We're going to the Rose Bowl. We need to win that sucker this time.
Yeah. Little payback.
It's in our fight song, brother. It's in our fight song.
That's
man.
right. That's right. Remember the Rose Bowl.
All right. Roll Tide, man.
Roll Tide, brother. Thank you for calling in. All right. I'm going right back to the phones. Line open right now, obviously. And look, guys, I'm buckled in for a late night. Okay? I'm just going to tell you that right now. I got all the stuff I need right here. So if it's just us, you guys better be here for me, and I'll be here for you because this was a great night. This was an early Christmas gift because now you're giving us a little more time to get healthy. You're giving us a little more time to get back to the team that is as good as anybody in the country. And to go in there and down 17-0 when you could have given up, you could have rolled on your back, you could have quit, and then just to turn it around and get it done could be a special year. And I think all of us know that Alabama has the talent to win the national championship. I mean, you go into Athens and beat Georgia, you can beat anybody anywhere. But you know what? When you're banged up, that's kind of what happens. So say Roll Tide with a thumbs up. Thank you guys for hanging. And I love the fact that you guys are killing it in the comment section. Is that you, Iceman? You sending me some money? Jake Paul just got knocked out? Oh, man. So Oklahoma got knocked out, and Jake Paul got knocked out in the same exact night. Can you believe that? Ice, get on those phone lines and call me. You better stay up late. All right, let's go back to the phone lines again and talk to you guys. Who is this, and where might you be calling from?
What's up, Mick? It's Heath from Huntsville.
Heath, you bought me this cup, brother. This right here. Now, it doesn't have a bushwhacker in it, but you bought me this. This has got a Yellowhammer type drink.
I like Yellowhammer. But anyway, hey, so Candy told me I couldn't cuss. I need to use adult words. So
I'm trying to do a better job of that, too.
I do my best. But I want to say that I agree with Stan from LA as far as the game ball goes, except for I would add one more. And I think that catch that Jeremy Bernard had behind the helmet.
Oh, dude. Who did that remind you of, Heath? Who did that remind you of?
It reminds me of,
Tyrone Prothro
behind the helmet with Southern Miss?
Yep.
Yeah.
One of the greatest.
Bro, and then you said Bill Oliver. I'll tell you one that can compete with Bill Oliver, and that would be Coach Kynes.
Yeah.
Remember him?
I do.
What was his name?
Joe Kynes.
Yeah, he was there when he took over. Yeah, he took over whenever after Shula got fired. He did the bowl game, and on the sideline they said, "Go get." He's like, "Give me the ball!" And the defense they got a turnover, and whoever recovered it, I can't remember, ran over there and handed him the ball. Here you go, coach. There's the ball.
I met him. He's a great dude, man. Like, just forget about the football aspect of Joe Kynes. He's the kind of guy that you just would love to just sit around and talk football with. If this day and age, man, a Joe Kynes podcast would have been pretty impressive. I'm not trying to replace Jay Coker, but different show.
Could you imagine the money that he would? I mean, the stories. Like, I mean, that guy's been through it all, right?
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. No, but anyway, I just want to call you real quick and tell you that that 13, all for 2 weeks, I've kept hearing if Bama loses tonight, it's going to be the first time they've lost the same team 3 times in 13 months since 18, whatever the hell the year was.
Right.
And I got so sick of that. And you know what? They can stick at 13-3 right there, sphincter, because I can't cuss right now. And then whenever they get that little tingly feeling, they can just realize that it's Alabama up there. We're champions. We do everything the champion way. We give you an enema. I don't care. Like, I'm so inebriated, I don't even care right now, man. Like, all right.
Well, look.
I'm going to leave you with 2 words.
Go ahead.
I'm going to leave you with 2 comments. I'm going to get off of here before I embarrass everybody in Huntsville. But the first statement is, roll Tide. Second statement is, fuck Auburn. Love you, brother.
Love you, brother. Thank you. I have no problem with any of that. No problem with any of that. And what does that make me? I'm this is when you put somebody like me on the post-game show, and this is what you get. The real deal. The real deal. It's like being in Lance's basement. All right. Let's go back to the phone lines again. Who's this and where are you calling from? Caller, you there?
Mike from Oak Mountain.
Mike from Oak Mountain. What's up, dude?
Hey, not much. I'm guessing a lot like a lot of people that first quarter kind of shook us all. But the main thing is, like, and you have a baseball background. I know Cubs, big Cubs fan here also.
Hey, go Cubs.
But, like a guy's in a slump, it's see ball, hit ball, right?
Yeah.
And so whenever Todd Simpson, it seems like in the second quarter, whenever they would get up to the lawn and maybe he would shift coverage, but he would just run the play that was called, right? Instead of trying to check, and then the play clock's all the way down to 1, where the defense is able to just tee off and get off the ball and get after him. Once they settle down and it's like, okay, all right, here's the play. All right, maybe we shift to the left or the right with the coverage, and then we run the play. All of a sudden, everything opened up. It's crazy.
Dude, it was crazy. I mean, like, down 17, it's like, people ready to jump out of buildings. I'm with them. Like, look, I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that I was like, calm down, everybody. I was like, what the going on? But you're right. Like, once they just got relaxed a little bit and just did what we do, and how good is Brooks, man? How good is that guy? Like, him getting into the end zone on that play, like breaking tackles, kind of sliding through. Oklahoma's a good team. I got a lot of respect for the way they tackle, they play hard, whatever. He scores and it's like 17-7, bad punt, 17-10. You know what I mean? Like, it's like one thing happens and it's like, it just changes everything. And then the offensive line starts blocking and the game slows down a little bit. God, it was the change in the second quarter.
It does.
Mike.
And not only that, like, all of a sudden the defense can adjust to what you're checking into, and so it just, all of a sudden everything started running a little bit smoothly and it was all nice. Anyway, like that's really all I had to say. Love the show, man. And, appreciate what you do. I've never called in, but I've always watched y'all every week. So like the show, man.
Well, thanks, brother. Hey, thanks, Mike. Roll Tide to you, brother, and call back again. And let's try to keep this thing going, like, and I got to tell you guys, like, every single person that's been a part of what this thing for me, this thing started on Bama Insider years ago. You know, it really started on, to be honest with you, Mike Johnson and I used to do the late post game show on Tide Radio in Tuscaloosa. Nobody listens to it. Nobody cared. We did it, and it sucked. I mean, we had to wait until like the Crimson Tide Sports Network show with all the Golden Flake commercials was over. Then we got on, and the problem was we'd be so drunk by the time that the show came on, maybe it was just me, that, you know, it'd be like 2 more hours of nobody calling in. You guys make this show amazing. And when I started doing this on Bama Insider, it was just like the vibe just changed. It was kind of like that post-game party vibe that you want. So thank you, Mike, and thank all of you guys for hanging out. I'm still just sitting here and really fired up about the way that this game went. There's a phone line open right now. Let's go back to the phone lines and roll tide, everybody. Who's this and where you calling from?
Rick, you've already got another son.
Oh, there he is, man. I thought you were come to the pie factory. Stan from the Ham. Where were you yesterday?
Listen, I could tell you, but I don't know if it even matters. But I don't want to waste time on it. But to say that I had my keys in my hand and ready to go up there, that would be the case. But
the weather sucked.
It just, well, that was part of it. And I've got an expensive e-bike. It's not one of these little scooters you see running around on the back of my truck. And every time I'd try to back the truck out of my basement, it'd be raining. And then I said, you know something, I get up there and my eyesight at night is not the greatest. And I said, I know it's going to be, and it was the time your show was over at 7, it was pouring down
brother
right here.
Let me tell you.
And I said, you know, it's probably not a good idea.
No, look, I stayed at the Winfrey last night because it was raining so hard. Coker stayed at his hunting camp. Like, weather sucked, but I was looking for you. What'd you think of the game?
Yeah, well, you know that was well, you know what it was like then here. I'm about 10 or 12 minutes south of downtown, so it was pouring piss out of the boot. I mean,
hey, look, I talked to Lance Taylor today, and he was like, "Did it rain bad?" I was like, "Dude, you didn't get any of that rain." I was like, it was like the skies fell in on me. Especially in Jasper.
I think he must have had an edible and nodded out.
California sober.
Yeah. Hey, Nick, you know something? A huge reason we won that game tonight, I think, one reason, we played a clean game. What did we have, like 2 penalties?
We had 4 of them, and I'm going to tell you, Stan, when we were kicking people's ass, that's what we did. We didn't turn the ball over. We didn't make penalties. One of those penalties with the official running down the sideline, he could have just went over and told those guys to back off. He didn't have to throw a penalty on them. But you know what? I'm fine with 4 penalties.
Yeah. I didn't even think it was so clean. I couldn't remember, but about 2. I didn't know we had 4.
Yeah.
But,
great game though by the guys.
Hey, great game. Hey, my game ball's going to Xavier Brown, the defensive line, and I'm going to give the other one to Keon Keeley.
How about that?
Hey,
Stan, can I just say this? When Keon Keeley committed to Alabama, right? 5-star, everybody's after. Remember, he decommitted. I think it was from Notre Dame, and he comes to us. And then you're waiting. Like, when is this guy going to be the guy that we all heard about? And when his night, I'm like, okay, Keelan has arrived. He's here. It took this long, but I'll tell you what, man, he deserves your game ball. Absolutely deserves it. I loved watching him today. He was a menace.
He was a force. I mean, hey, look, Mick, Ryan Grubb, he baffles me. I can't remember if it was later in the 3rd quarter or early in the 4th quarter, but they had Jam Miller as a running back, I don't feel hurt or whatever, but he didn't do shit. Jam Miller cannot run the ball. He'll either get 2 yards on a good run or a 1 yard or a loss. And they ran the ball with him twice in a row, and they lost yardage. I don't understand that. It's like Grubb was wanting to give the damn game away. I don't understand it.
Look, Stan,
screaming,
you got to run the ball I know exactly the stanza you're talking about, right? And it's like, here's the thing. I don't think.
I'm just saying he should have had Miller out of there and either had Daniel Hill back in there,
right,
or somebody else. But
right.
Not Jam Miller. Jam Miller just don't have it.
I think Jam Miller isn't an every down back. I think he's a good back, and I like him a lot. But I just don't think, when Saban was there, we had guys like that, like Josh Jacobs, who, by the way, is an every down back now in the big leagues in the NFL. But I just don't. Jam just can't take the punishment that it takes to, he's not Derrick Henry, right? I feel like we just don't have that guy. I guess it's Daniel Hill, but Daniel Hill isn't explosive enough for me. And I thought he had one of his best games, but this guy's not running for 100 yards. You know what I'm saying? Like and I don't know if it's the scheme or what, but I mean, I see Justice Haynes playing for Michigan, and all of a sudden he's one of the best backs in the country. So what does that tell me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, but
yeah,
I like Grubb. I know that, like, I know look, I cover this every day. I know how some of you guys feel about him, including you, Stan. And I'm not saying that some of the play calling doesn't kind of baffle me at times, but you got to run enough that we had -3 rushing yards at the end of the first half again. Like, what are we doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is Alabama. And listen, and you know what? Hold on. This comment here is exactly right. Tightland in Florida's like, Jam can block, and you're damn right. Like, that's the biggest thing, is at least Jam can block, and that's why he's so important right now, because the rest of the backs, like, watching, I wanted AK Deer in the game. AK Deer doesn't know where to go right now. You gotta be able to block, man. It's a big part of this.
Yeah, I had no problem with him running the ball. I know we've got to run the ball, but it just seems like when Jam gets the ball and runs straight into somebody. It's hard for Jam to get yardage, but he can block. Yeah, that's true. I concede that.
I mean, think about this. When you're Ty and you got all these dudes running in your face, did you think at the beginning of the game, were you thinking like Ty was going to have the game that he ended up having after the first quarter when we're just getting our ass kicked?
No. Me, earlier in the week, I spoke to Clint Lamb, your boy.
My boy.
And
love Clint. I love Clint.
Yeah. And I told him, I said, you know something? I said it would help if Alabama on the first possession doesn't go 3 and out and then go down 2 scores.
Right.
And they did exactly that. They went 3 and out, and then it was 10-0. I said, here we go. I didn't know at that point, Mick. Oh God, I didn't know at all. But yeah, it turned around. Yeah, the gods were in our favor this time.
Well, look, they're not that much better than us, man. Stan, I mean, like they got lucky last time. I mean, they kicked our ass last year, and then like got lucky last time. Luck ran out after the first quarter, and we turned them into who they are. That's it. We turned them into who they are. That's who they are. Like, like they had their first quarter, and everybody thought, and you know what? you play 4 quarters in football. If you ever held your 4 fingers up before in a game, like I'm going to put my 4 fingers, you play 4 quarters. And I know Shula days we didn't play 4 quarters. We play it now. And it is what it is. They're out of it, and we're rolling on to play Indiana.
You could see as the game went on that it was turning. You could see it. You could feel it. And, hey, I want to say one thing about, you mentioned earlier about you thought DeBoer was going to be gone.
I did.
Michigan if we'd lost.
Yep.
You know something, Nick? Before the press conference, when was it? Yesterday or day before?
Yeah.
I really wasn't sure. I wasn't sure at all. I said, I don't know. I don't know if he's going. But when he was pressed by the Tuscaloosa reporter, him,
right,
and then the other guy, and DeBoer said yes and yes. Nick Kelly. He said yes, Nick, and yes to whoever followed it up. Because DeBoer didn't answer it the first time.
Right.
Nick asked him, "Are you going to be the coach at Alabama next year?" And he hauled around and had, just word salad. And then when the other reporter 2 questions later asked him, "Are you going to be Alabama's coach?" And DeBoer finally said, "Yes, Nick, and yes, you whoever." And then after that, I said, "Okay, he's staying, win or lose." Because Mick, I tell you, if Bama would have lost tonight, and after he said yes twice, and then he ends up going to Michigan, and him's supposed to be an upstanding, fine man, DeBoer, he would have been shit as far as credibility goes in my book.
Yeah, but he would have been rich.
So I don't think he would have went to Michigan even if we would have lost tonight.
Yeah, well, I hope not. I hope you're right.
Yeah, me too. But Mick, we did it, man. Roll Tide. They're going to the Rose Bowl now.
Yeah, Roll Tide, brother. Well, any final thoughts? Is that it?
Oh, that's it, Mick. I believe it's going to be beverage time.
Well, you have one because I'm doing the same thing right here. I'm doing the same thing. Stan, great to hear your voice,
heard
brother.
The ice rattling in the
I'm trying to get all the ice together I can get because I'm telling you, we've been on right now for 42 minutes. I'm not planning on going anywhere. I want to hear from you guys. I got the phone lines packed. I'm in for the long haul. There's no games I even have to worry about.
I know you are. For next season, Nick, you need to get a bushwhacker machine in there.
You know what, man? I should ask my man John McKinnis at the Floribama.
Oh, man. Okay, Nick. Hey, man, great game. We'll do it again next week.
Yeah,
our next game.
Roll Tide, brother. Have a Merry Christmas, Stan.
Hey, same to you and your family, Mick.
All right, see you now.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. That's Stan from the Ham. Let's go back to the phone lines again. And I appreciate all you guys that are hanging out because I'm here for the long haul. So if you're on hold, just keep holding. We're going to get you on. Who's this and where you calling from?
Hey, Mick, it's Iceman.
Ice, baby. Ice, man. I saw you sent the message that Jake Paul got knocked out. He fought a real fighter tonight for the first time. I mean, like Tyson's like a 60-year-old. Like this, what was Joshua he was a heavyweight champ not long ago.
Right. And you know what? Let me get this out the way so we can talk about Bama football. But because I got to talk boxing, I don't get this opportunity that much.
Do it.
So first off, that fight against Iron Mike, I mean, come on now. That was rusty Iron Mike.
Yeah.
And there was a no knockout clause for the first 3 rounds. Let's be real here. We know Iron Mike. He knocks people out within the first 3 rounds. That's what he's been known for. All right. So we watched Jake Paul go up against a real fighter, an actual seasoned fighter who is still in his prime. And by the way, I was watching that fight while I was listening to the show. Nick, I am terrified for Paul because he went down. There was five knockdowns. Nick, you know why they have that 3 knockdown rule in boxing?
Yeah, so you don't get brain damage.
Them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and they were just letting him get back up. Like, it was insane. They finally called the fight in an actual knockout. But I mean, I'll give this, all right, because I am a boxer myself, and I will 100% give credit to Jake Paul on this. He knows how to box. He knows how to box because he's got the money to go and train and do it. He can go and pay Mayweather to have a few like training sessions. I'm not going to doubt that he can box. The thing is if you're going to do this on the big stage, go and box for a belt. Be a man. Go and box for a belt. And we saw that he was supposed to box Tank tonight, but that didn't come out. You know, we can say whatever. I don't know all the details. I guess there was something about law enforcement involved with Tank or whatever. Still, though, go box for a belt. Don't make it just some kind of exhibition match. Go box for a belt. If you're going to do this in a professional setting like that, then do it. All right. That's my boxing rant over. All right.
Go ahead.
Love
Go ahead.
boxing.
I'm listening.
It's fun to watch. Yeah. Yeah. And I do like what Jake Paul is doing for the sport of boxing. Leave it at that. Let's get to Bama. Holy shit, Meg. Oh, my God. From the first touchdown, I immediately just said, man, we lost this game. Because I watched our offense trot out there and just do a quick 3 and out. We had the ball for like less than 2 minutes in like the first possession. It was ridiculous. And then out of nowhere, we just started clicking. Latsier Brooks just punished his way into the end zone. And Davian Brown said, hold up, we're not done scoring. And I'm going to give my game ball early. I'm only going to give one out because I have been very critical of this person. And I got to ask him for forgiveness now. Connor Talty gets my game ball.
Oh, God said I'm naming my
Holy
kid
cow.
after
You
Connor Talty. The next one's Connor Talty Gillespie. After, I'm with you, man. Give him the game ball.
Give it to him. You know what? That's the way to bounce back. That's how you do it. I am so proud of him. I mean, he's no Will Riker, but that he did what he needed to do. And I think he definitely helped his draft stock wherever that lies for kickers in the long haul about his ability to kind of bounce back as a kicker. I mean, look at the field right now. I mean, I'm a Falcons fan, so maybe if you ever want me to come in and talk to our other token Falcon fans, why not? Younghoe Koo. His drop off was like the complete polar opposite of Talty, where like he was automatic and then he just fell off. We just watched Talty limp into being kind of automatic now. I'm very proud of him. It's really awesome. Let's assess year 1 to year 2 for Kalen DeBoer. For anyone out there that which I highly doubt, but anyone out there that's doubting Kalen DeBoer, year 1, 9-win season. Didn't fizzle out the way we wanted it to, but the way that he inherited the roster and stepping into the situation that he did, I got to say that was actually really impressive. I was worried that it could have gone even worse, and it really could have.
Oh, yeah.
We really weren't that far away from – and really, we weren't far from the playoffs. Like, we were just a Vanderbilt win away from the playoffs. Which, who would have turned out that quarterback that beat us last year was a Heisman finalist? Yeah. I mean, I can't say what you want about his character. I got my own opinions about that. A guy that idolizes Johnny Manziel when he could idolize other quarterbacks that are actually successful.
Look, I know, but you got to give the guy credit. He's entertaining as hell, man. Like, I know. Did you watch the tailgate show yesterday? That guy's
I did.
And Coker, the joke,
day,
and Coker's like, "Yeah, this is my last tailgate show." I threw him and Diego Pavia in the same thing, and he's like, "I'm never doing," But I like Pavia, man. Like, I think Pavia brings a lot of excitement and fun. I would rather be watching Pavia and Vanderbilt in Oregon than this shitty James Madison team. I mean, wouldn't you?
Oh, you're absolutely right. I'm right there with you. My only qualm or problems with Pavia is he's acting too much like Johnny Manziel. When in reality, let's look at dude, you have all the talent in the world. And you saw what happened with Johnny Manziel.
Right.
You know, you say what you want about the Browns and all that stuff and how it's a cursed program for quarterbacks, but like, look at some of the quarterbacks that have the same talent as you that are in the NFL. Like even Patrick Mahomes. You know, like I don't want to be the same guy that everyone else is just saying, oh, this guy Patrick Mahomes, oh, he's the guy.
Right.
But no, like Patrick Mahomes, he's a good quarterback and he's got good qualities on and off the field.
Right.
You should try and idolize that, not someone that's a party boy that shows up to Alabama football games just to spite them.
Yeah.
You know, but we're getting off topic of Alabama though. I mean, I am proud of what this team has done this season. I mean, we went through a gauntlet of a schedule. It was, if anything, it was more difficult than last season. The injuries that we went through, like, holy cow! I can't even imagine trying to go through a 9-game season now. That's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, dude, great point, man.
Yeah, I mean, heck, we're looking at Vanderbilt as an actual team that could beat you now, because we laughed at it last year, but this year they actually are pretty good, and we'll see what they are without Pavia. But heck, they just took a 5-star quarterback away from Georgia, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
I mean, they did. So we might have to start looking at that a little bit differently now.
Well, it's a different world, man. They got money to
we
spend, right? Like I'll say this, and I've been talking about this with other people too, is that we pay the coaches now too much. Like, I cut the coaches' money back and pay the players more. And I mean, I know there's a lot of logistical stuff around that, but it's a sport, man. The better the players that you have, the more chance you're going to have to win, right? And Vanderbilt isn't a slouch. I'll say this: Mississippi State isn't a slouch. Auburn isn't a slouch. Arkansas isn't a slouch. Kentucky isn't a slouch. Like, they don't have great records, but they can beat you. Like, they've got players, man. I mean, like, I look at Auburn's record, but I watched the game that we played against them. They're good. Like, they might not be great, but good isn't good enough anymore, for the say. But if they were playing in the ACC, they'd be in the playoff.
They would be. I've watched every Auburn game this season. My dad's unfortunately, he's an Auburn fan, so. And that Auburn team, I've been saying even before the Iron Bowl, is a lot better than what their record says they are.
Yeah.
I think, you and I agree. I really don't know how. Like, I thought Hugh Freeze was a much better coach, and he was just a season away from it. But I think
I do too.
It's fair when they assessed it to say, you know what, we do need to move on. But I liked Hugh Freeze. I thought he was a good fit there. And that Auburn team is much better. Kentucky is really, I mean, they haven't been terrible. This season was just kind of like
competitive
outlier for us.
But look, Ice, yeah. I would have loved to have had them on the schedule. Yeah,
then over South Carolina or something.
Yeah, right. Instead of the schedule that we had, like, I would have loved to have had Mississippi State and Kentucky, but they can't. They'll give you. It's like Caleb Downs said. He got bought to go to Ohio State, made a bunch of money. Good for him, but he'll tell you. He said it. Like, the SEC's different, man. There's guys. You got dudes every game. It's a good game every week. Like. The Big Ten isn't like that, and the Big Ten, the top teams are good, and then they don't get their face beat in every week, and then you play them in the postseason and they're fresh. It's kind of like what Clemson was with Dabo. It was like, well, I know Dabo's still there, but when Dabo was like taking them to the playoff every year, it was like, man, like we're over here beating ourselves up, like. They're playing Boston College, Wake Forest, and Duke, and other teams like that. We don't have any of those games. It's gotten harder now with NIL.
No, yeah, you're absolutely right. And we have guys like Kendrick Law who really were playmakers for us and difference makers in games. they weren't getting the ball as much when they go to Kentucky.
Right.
Keanu Coate, he went to Vanderbilt. Like we lost a lot of depth.
Yeah.
That realistically, if we would have had going into the SEC championship game, that game probably would have looked a little bit different.
Yeah.
Especially if we had Justice Haynes, the guy that of all the transfers probably upset me the most, because I hold tradition really, really high when it comes to Alabama football. And if you're going to be a running back that's going to wear that number, you better stick it out, and you better be that guy. You better be worthy of that number. And he transferred out. And that's why I hated to see him leave, because I thought Justice Haynes had a lot of potential there. And you don't just wear the number 22 and then do that. That's a highly coveted number to wear.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
And
Heisman number.
No, before I hop.
And our guy, and look, our guy
number.
Ryan Anderson wore it. He put the doors on the studio. 22 builds, 22 builds, everybody.
Another notable player to kind of shout out real quick before I hop off here, Mick.
Yeah.
Coach McCarron. Have you seen that?
Well, can I just say this? I don't want to get political, but when I saw him bow out, I was happy. And then I saw it was going to be a coach. I was like, man, thank you. This is a much better world for you. Just trust all of us. Good. Congratulations to him. And I'm a huge fan of his podcasts. Like, anything he does is good.
Absolutely. I knew he was going for that job as soon as I saw he bowed out, I got my own opinions about that. I thought that was a weird move by the league. Skip Holtz is a hell of a coach. I am excited to see where he goes.
What happened with Skip? Like hold on. I don't even know. Did they just move Skip to another spot or something?
No. So if you guys aren't familiar, for anyone listening, the UFL, they have a team in Birmingham. Mike Rapoli, he was the founder and creator of Vitamin Water. He stepped into the co-ownership of the league. He made a call along with the rest of the owners of the league to take Skip Holtz out of Birmingham and the league completely. I don't know what the conversation on Skip Holtz's side of that was, but the move seems to be more of a publicity stunt to get butts in seats, get Alabama fans and just people who recognize the name A.J. McCarron to go to the games in Birmingham this spring. And that's what it is. I kind of think maybe Skip Holtz might be getting some interest from some of these open jobs.
Oh, yeah. Skip can coach, man. God, he can coach.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. I mean, honestly, man, like, I was kind of hoping we would have picked him up as the offensive coordinator over Grubb.
Really?
Just because I see the way that he coaches with these quarterbacks. Like, the way that he can coach a quarterback, he took Adrian Martinez, the guy that got Scott Frost fired.
Yeah.
I guess you could say. He made Adrian Martinez look like the Adrian Martinez everyone thought he could be.
Right.
In that league. And this isn't a league full of slouches. Like, Reuben Foster was on the other side of the field for some of these games.
Yeah.
And we know that guy. So, I am excited to see Coach McCarron now. 100% behind him. I hated to see what happened with Skip Holtz leaving, but I kind of think that it's probably because he's going to be going to a job in the college level somewhere. Because he's too good of a coach to not be coaching.
Yeah.
And hope to see you guys there in the spring. I know I'm going to go catch a game myself.
Yeah.
With that, I mean, we got Indiana, man.
Yeah. Roll Tide, brother.
To go to the Rose Bowl.
Yeah. Rose Bowl, here we come.
Roll Tide, Nick.
Roll Tide. Thanks, Ice. Always great to hear from you. Let's go back to the phone lines. You guys hold on, because I'm not going anywhere. So you got just hang, listen to the show, and when it's your time, we're going to put you on. Who's this and where you calling from? Yes.
What's up? It's Wes. How you doing, buddy?
Wes from Birmingham. Dude, thank you, brother, for holding on. I know you were probably like,
best Davey.
Is it Vestavia?
Listen, first of all, Matt, yeah, well, it doesn't matter. You know, I mean,
That's
listen,
very
I'm
close to
gassed
Hoover,
in
but it's
Vestavia,
not
so,
Hoover.
yeah. Well, first of all, man, what a great game. You know, but can you hear me, buddy?
Yeah, I'm listening. It was a great game.
Okay.
I loved it.
Well,
I love
you know,
Wes, I love the fact that they thought they were going to kick our
did-
ass and we came back and beat them. That's
well,
what I
first
love.
of all, did you not tell Griff, hey, like I was a little disappointed. Hey, like Griff, me and Griff, you know, you got his number for me. You know, I mean, Griff's my boy. You know.
Griff Redmill.
I mean, I do breakdown. I do breakdown with Griff after every game. I'm
Great
gonna have
dude.
to call him here.
Great dude.
And
Great
did
dude.
you not say any? Did you not drop? Watch your toes, Griff. Did you not drop my name on him? 'Cause, come on now, brother.
Thing. Can I tell you this? So Griff Redmill.
And I'm what do I always say? I'm all about the show.
Yeah, you are.
If
You say
there's
that. You say
somebody-
that. You
I
say
mean,
that.
But I have, but my actions. I've given tickets
Oh, you love the
to
show.
the show. Come on, man.
But let me say this. Like,
you're the best.
Griff Redmill is a popular dude. Like, he should run for lieutenant governor because people
Did you not?
People
did
love
you
some Griff
literally-
Redmill.
Did you literally?
I do too. He was awesome.
I love Griff, but did you not? Did you not say, hey, like we have a buddy?
Dude, I'll be honest, man. I think like because we were all in
did you
school at
drop
the
the
same
ball?
time. Like,
Did you?
it's like I knew
you
like
dr-
15
you dropped
people.
the
in.
ball.
No, I know. It was like there was like 15 people that were like, "Hey, you need to get Griff on," and I did. I loved having him on. Like, great dude. What'd you think? What'd you think of the game?
He wants me to buy boxes too from him.
You should.
You know, he's in the box business.
So,
Yeah, no, I
but
love
talk
him.
about
We've
this
been friends
game.
forever.
Talk about this game. What'd you think about the game?
Well, I will tell you this. Let me tell you this. From a coaching perspective, they did not get frazzled in the second half. That's what makes me feel good going forward. That we just kept on. I mean, this team is not elite, you know, and I don't think any team is elite because of NIL by any means, but they kept on just doing and going, and this defense is way better. And the defense coordinator, what's his name? Kane Womack. Man, listen, he is really a good guy, and but I'm telling you, nobody's perfect, and nobody's going to be that team of 2015, 2016, because there are everybody's Swiss cheese, you know, because everybody's getting paid and everybody's getting pulled away here and there, but the grit and pluck, and you know what that is, right?
Oh yeah.
You know, the grit and pluck.
Yeah, great point.
Yeah, you can go ahead and just but that's
our next podcast
I'm
title.
Proud of them.
Grit and pluck.
Yeah, and listen, you know what, and man, you know, I was listening to Saban. Saban said, "God bless Alabama," because that place was drunk and electric.
Yeah,
and we put it. And you know what? you don't ever step on that A, and they
They
that
stepped on
woman
it.
about beat their ass. Yeah, that listen, we need to marry that woman. I don't know who she is, but she was like, get off my damn turf, all right? But listen, a win is a win.
Win is a win.
And what's funny is Indiana, their ass is scared, because it's like us playing them in basketball in 1978 or whatever.
Right. When Bobby
when
Knight was there.
we lost by well, we lost by damn like 2 or 3. I mean, I was 2 years old. But I've got one of my best friends from boarding school that played lacrosse, and I know you did, and whatever. And he's like, holy shit, we did not want Alabama.
Yeah, they don't want any of this. Well, any final thoughts, Wes, as we slide to that next call? But dude, great to talk to you, Wes, from Gadsden.
Man,
you're the king of Gadsden.
Well, I'm the king of Gadsden, but I'm also the I'm the prince of Vestavia, Liberty Park. I would say.
Liberty Park, yeah.
But listen, I'm always for the show.
You are.
I will donate tickets. And listen, I'm putting this on record right now.
Put it on there.
I'm gonna put 4 more tickets for next year, as I always do. But you text old Griff and tell him, hey, this is how I'm the connection.
Yeah, I will.
So give Griff a hard time.
I will, right? Man.
And listen, hey, and more importantly than anything, thank you for honoring, Brett. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And listen, I know that's heavy on your heart, and he probably had a lot to do with this, behind, heaven above. And that's just, thank you for just bringing mental awareness and everything, and just being, it's okay. You just, he was such a great person, but just showing the love and respect for him. A life is so important, and he brought so much to so many people.
Yeah.
And I know he means so much to you. And I just appreciate you for doing the show there. I was supposed to be there. The rain screwed me up. I told you I was coming.
Dude, the rain was terrible. You and Stan from the Ham. I was looking for both of you guys.
Well, listen. Well, no, being in the moving business, dude, do you know how bad my day was?
Yeah. I get it, dude. When Jake and I walked out and we saw the weather, we were like, and Griff too, we were like, what the I didn't have any clue. But brother, thank you, man. Thank you.
But listen, just showing the respect, Brett. Man, he deserves it. And I just appreciate your sincerity, and it's just fantastic. And there's no doubt that he's with us right now,
dude,
looking over us and laughing his ass off. He's laughing his ass off.
Making some jokes.
You get another caller. I love you, buddy. And hey, listen, I'm gonna come see you in Fairhope, and
come on down.
I've got I've got the big sexy hat on. Okay.
Roll Tide, brother. Thank you.
All right.
See you, man. Wes calling in. Look, man, I'm going to tell you guys, I've known a lot of people in my life, but I've never met anybody like Big Sexy. He was the best dude I ever met in my life. So, you can take that for how you want to take it, but he was the best. That guy was so funny, so caring, and so smart all at the same time. And I thank God that I had a friend like that, because I don't know if I didn't know if I'd ever have somebody like that in my, and I miss him every day. So thank you, Wes, and thank you, Timmons, who's hanging out at the Pie Factory tonight where we were last night in Jasper. It was a dream come true, man. We got a chance to buy like the whole bar around for Brett. You know, like I never really dealt with mental illness or anything. I don't even know. But when Brett died, it was like, it just changed my life, man. I appreciate all the little things a lot more than I used to, because I every day was so thankful that I had a friend like him that cared about me like that. All right, let's go back to the phone lines again. Let's talk about this Bama game. What a great game it was. Who's this and where you calling from?
Hunter from Hartford, Alabama.
Hunter from where?
Hartford, Alabama.
Hartford.
Yes, sir. Geneva County.
Well, what's up, brother?
How's it going? Man, that was a crazy, crazy game.
Dude, I'm happy. By the way, I'm happy.
You're not going to believe it. Me too. You're not going to believe this, but I swear it's true. So me and my dad are sitting there watching the game, and we get in that right before the pick six. I literally said audibly 2 seconds before that, I said I would love a pick six here to get some mojo back. And literally 2 seconds after that, we got the pick six.
What did you scream when the pick six happened? Because I was screaming some stuff I can't say on the air right now.
Yeah, I can't say it either right now. But yes, I was looking at my dad. I said, I just spoke that into existence. Like, holy shit! I just spoke that right into existence. It was crazy. I let him. I've never called one like that before. But I just knew that we needed something to give us back some momentum, and to give us some mojo back, some motivation back, some energy back, whatever you want to say. And that sure enough did it. But okay, so let me ask you this. Do you think that in the first quarter that Ty Simpson had that look in his eye like he has at times in the season where things weren't going great, and you just see he looks like a deer in the headlights?
I think Ty Simpson
I thought
had
that's kind of how he played in the first quarter.
Dude, I think Ty Simpson, look, okay, so I do a show with Chris Lowe each week. And Chris was like, Ty's had a back problem. And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking like, yeah, he's got a back problem. And then, he's in the pocket. He's getting, the running backs aren't blocking. He's getting smoked. Like they're running all this stuff at him. And I'm like, this is terrible. And I'm like, do we take Ty out of the game? I don't know. But I'm going to tell you, thank God I'm not a coach, because Ty needed to stay in this game, right? Like, he's the reason we came back to win. Like, our offensive line, I mean, go back and watch. When you go back and watch, if any of you guys watch the All-22, you're going to see us getting beat pretty horribly early in the game up front. And then missing blocks and all that. You can say what you want to say about Jan Miller, but he comes in and he'll stick a guy trying to get to the quarterback. Once we got some momentum, it was our game from that point on, But you got to block, man. And this might be honestly, this might be the best defense that we face the rest of the season. Oklahoma or Indiana, if we play the winner of Oregon and Texas Tech, and if we're in the championship game against, Ohio State or Georgia, like we've already beat Georgia. So Ty is a hell of a quarterback, man. When you're injured and you're out there and you're not sure if people are blocking for you, things might not go well. And you might have happy feet in the pocket. With that said, watching him adjust to that and turn this into a marquee moment in his career was amazing. Loved it.
And it couldn't have come at a better time, because he needed that confidence back. And so now that gives him momentum going into the next game. We've still got to prepare correctly. We have to fix things. There's things that could have been fixed.
Right.
We need to be addressed. And that'll come within the next couple of weeks. But, he needed that. And I think that, if you would have told me before the game that we were going to be down 17 points in the first quarter, I would have told you, I just would have went to bed and said, the hell with it. But, to share that, and the people, I've heard so many people talk bad about Kalen DeBoer and talk bad and say these guys' heart's not in it. This team, they don't care. This is a soft team. If that's a soft team, then I'll take that soft team every day of the week, because they showed that they wanted it. They showed that they have what it takes. They have the mental makeup, to win even in when your back's against the wall. And yeah, we shouldn't have lost to them the first time, but at the same time, I mean, if you look back at the season, were there some games where we struggled a little bit? Of course, losing to Oklahoma in the first time, is evident. But outside of that, and the Florida State game, which I don't really count that at this point, because I think that was just a fluke. That was just the first game of the season. And, just that really doesn't count. I mean, it does count, but it doesn't count. And I think that, this team has shown why they're one of the best teams in the country. And I think tonight is even more evidence of it. And hopefully this shuts up the talking heads, and they will see that this Alabama team and Kalen DeBoer has what it takes to win championships.
This is what I had this conversation this week with a few people, and I'm just going to share it with you guys. Nick Saban is retired. Like, he's not a coach anymore. He's not coaching. LSU would have probably paid him $20 million to go there. He didn't want to do it. There's no coach that's on that level. Lane Kiffin, and I told you guys this last show, it's going to end so bad. When you see the way that the LSU thing ends one day, you're going to be like, did Mick Gillispie told me this a long time ago. It's not going to end good. It just isn't. Trust me. And you guys can say what you want to say about Greg Byrne. Greg Byrne is getting our back on this. Everybody that knows Lane knows that. But you guys, if you just see all the, he tweets and everything, what's the guy ever won? We have a great coach. You think Penn State and Michigan are trying to get our coach because he sucks? So what it was like when Saban was our coach. Like, people constantly wanted this guy to coach their program. We got to support this guy. We don't want him to go to Michigan. We don't want him to go to Penn State. We got a hell of a coach. And the other part of it is we got a really great person, too. We all need to get behind him and support him. And it's hard to say that, because I know that there was a chance that if we would have lost this game, he was going to go. I'm just telling you. That's just my opinion. As an OG that's been covering this for a long time. And I didn't want him to leave. And I was thinking to myself, and, Michigan's not going to wait for the next game. They're going to hire somebody else, and he's going to stay like he said he was. But I don't know if he was going to stay or not. I think he just said that to get everybody out. But we got a good coach, and we got a great person. And the fact that these guys battled their ass off tonight for him and for this team and this program tells you something about what we got right now. Listen, Bama fans. And I'm telling you, I'm just telling you as a guy that's been around this program since Gene Stallings, an OG, and somebody that loves Bama as much as anybody that's watching this. Support this guy. Because when you look at what the possibility is if he leaves and what we're going to get, we're not going to get better. He's a great guy. He's not going to you're not going to have to worry about him slapping his secretary that he's having an affair with. You're not going to have to worry about him giving a raise to somebody in the office that's his girlfriend. He's just not going to do any of that. He's a character guy. And by the way, he wins football games. He's 2-0 against Auburn. Has he lost to LSU? No. And he's 1-1 against Tennessee. Oh, and he's in the college football playoff, and his team just bounced back and won a big game. I like Kalen DeBoer. I'm totally behind him. And all the people that have messaged me and my buddies are like, oh, let's get him out of here. No. Let's have stability in our program. And let's support this guy that is getting it done, man. I'm just telling you. I'm not saying this to you. I'm just saying it to a lot of Bama fans that are like, oh, we don't know. Like, look, man, we got a great coach. Get behind him. Make him feel like this is his program. Nick Saban's not coming back. He's on ESPN. And I don't even think, I love Nick Saban, but he's not even genuine about some of the stuff he says about Lane Kiffin because I know. So we got our guy. Let's support him. And that's Lane Kiffin. That's Kalen DeBoer. It's not Lane Kiffin.
Well, can I add to that?
Go ahead.
So I want to slightly disagree with you. I want to slightly disagree with you on one point, but everything else you said, I agree with. I think he would have stayed regardless. Because if he would have lost tonight, I think he stayed regardless. Just for the simple fact of, if you go to Michigan, then you're basically just having to start over like you did at Alabama,
right,
and having to build a program. And I don't think he really would have wanted to do that. And I think for that reason, but that being said, I agree with everything you said. And another point that I want to bring up too is we don't want to become Auburn. The problem with Auburn is because they've had a new coach every single year. And we've got to, as Alabama fans, for the love of God, we have got to understand as a fan base that this is not the Nick Saban era anymore. College football is not the same as it was when Nick Saban was winning all those championships. It's not the same dynamic. It's not the same structure. The whole game has changed. And we've got to stop living off of the Nick Saban days. I loved it. I loved that era. That's the best era of college football, in my opinion, that there ever will be.
Yeah.
But we have to be realistic. And we want things to be like it was, and it's not that way anymore. We're not going to be the team that wins championships every other year. We're just not going to be. Now, can we be competitive every year and make it to the playoffs every year? And make them, some years probably make a run and maybe win a couple championships. Absolutely, but it's just not the same anymore, and we've got to realize that. And if we just start chunking people out of here because they lose a couple of games, then we'll never have a successful program. So we've got to stop acting like children who are not getting their way, and like you said, stand behind the guy that we got.
That's who we got.
So
that's
there's
exactly
another point about the game on it. Yeah. And so I want to bring up another point about the game. And I've called in and me and you've had this discussion before.
Dude, I've talked to you many times, brother.
We've seen it. Yeah. So this is another thing that I got frustrated with tonight, but I've seen Ty do it. So one time in the game tonight, where the pocket collapsed and Ty took off and ran. And I was like, yes, finally. But there was so many times tonight where the pocket collapsed and he could have ran. He just stayed in the pocket and trying to pass it. I don't know what is it the coaching staff that's not doing a good job of teaching him and showing that, hey, when the play breaks down, there's nobody available. You just got to take off. Or is it the fact that they don't want him to do that? I don't know, but I think it's just common sense that when the pocket collapses and there's nobody to throw to, run the damn ball.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would love that.
He did it one time and it worked out great.
I would love that too. Like John Mateer is trying to run it every play. Just give me when the pocket collapse. Just haul ass.
Well, last year, like I said before, last year we got so mad because Jalen was running it too much.
Yeah.
Now we're pissed off because Ty's not running it enough.
I think it's because he's got a bad back, man.
So
I think it's because he's injured.
And that's why in the first quarter I was thinking, do we just get the ball? Do we just hand the rest of this game to Russell and let him and let him see what he can do. But like you said, hats off to the guy. I mean,
Dude,
he came
kicked
back, he
ass,
fought back. Now, and he did. And Monty Brooks, that dude's gonna be a beast.
God, dude.
Let me tell you,
I know.
that's who my game ball goes to. If I had a game ball to give it
to him.
Lottie. That kid, and so this brings up something, to look forward to as well. So think about the wide receiver room for next year. We got the 5-star wide receiver coming in. I think he's going to start immediately, probably. And then you got Lottie Brooks. And then if Ryan stays, you got Ryan. And then you still got Rico Scott. And if we can get the kid, that Gash kid, who still has maybe doesn't matter if he's coming to Alabama or not, you get him. He's really, really fast. What if we had 2 Lottie Brooks?
Yeah.
And a Morgan and a Ryan Williams?
I'm with you.
But I think, and hats off to Kane Lomax, man. That guy, that's the best coaching. I think if he's honest with himself, this is the best coaching performance of his defensive coordinator career. I mean,
he killed it,
did the
dude.
things he needed to do.
Kane's going to be a head coach sooner than later, man.
Ourselves.
It's coming, dude. It's coming.
And we proved to ourselves. I think the coaching staff is going to learn from this and learn that we can win when we be aggressive on defense.
That's right.
We don't always have to, drop back in coverage. We can get pressure, and so I think that builds up. And I'm so excited for this game against Indiana. I think that we're gonna beat the hell out of them.
I do too.
Downstairs.
I do too. Well, roll tide, brother, and call. Would you call in next week? Next game, please, like you always do.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And tell your dad, roll tide, and everybody, tell him roll tide. Like, because I know you got Auburn friends. They don't have shit to talk about. We got a lot. We got more to play for.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you, and I love listening to your post games and and everything. So you do a great job, man. We really appreciate you.
Thank you, man. Roll Tide, brother. Roll Tide. Let's go right back to the phone lines, and I appreciate all of you guys for holding on 41 minutes. Who's this, and where are you calling from?
What's up, brother? This is the Meathead Mel up here in Greenbrier, Tennessee.
Oh, meat. I cannot believe that of all the people, I would have never thought you would have held on for 41 minutes. But I love you, brother. This is one of my guys right here. It goes back to my days at Alabama. Meat. Tell these people why they need to support Kalen DeBoer. Please tell them.
Well, I mean, I think you gave a great soliloquy, if I can say that properly.
Say it.
I mean, you just gave a great testament to why Coach DeBoer needs to be here. Yeah, if he leaves, then okay, I get it. Actually, I really don't. You don't leave the best coaching job on the planet Earth for somewhere up in Yankee Town. I mean, it's just not a good fit for him, I think. But ultimately, I didn't think we'd witness the next 7 years, and we did. And here we are in a new, complete generation of football. One thing I want to say first and foremost is I don't think Jeremy caught that ball completely. Mel thinks he did. What do you think?
Say that again.
Jeremy Bernard, the catch that got us down to the red zone there at the end.
She didn't think that was a real catch? Listen, Mel.
No, I didn't think it was. She thought it was.
Oh, okay. So let me tell you Meat, and I'm going to take up for Mel. That was a catch. Tyrone Prothro made one of those. I tried to get Tyrone Prothro on the show yesterday, and they're like, well, he might have to have another surgery on his leg. Well, anybody that doesn't believe in NIL, that guy shouldn't be paying for anything in his life. He was as
100.
good as, and you know this, dude. He was as good as any receiver Alabama's ever had. You know, like the fact that
he
like the
doesn't.
women's basketball coaches are making the money they're making, and this guy's got working in high school football is bullshit. Like he's the reason why we are who we are. Can I say that? Is anybody
right.
going to get offended by that? And it just pisses
No,
me
not
off
at all.
that like
If they
he's not fucking rich somewhere, like living it up, right? Like, and I know he broke his leg
But he-
against Florida.
he
He's one
took-
of the best players we ever had. I wanted him on our show.
I agree. And it was, well, hopefully you'll get him on the show, but I still don't believe Jared Bernard completed the entire
No,
10.
dude, he did. Like,
But that's because he didn't have the ball. So that, I mean, again, it went for us. I'm fine with
no,
it.
it was a pro throw kind of catch. It was like you complete the catch and then
The pro throw held on to the ball the entire time.
he had stickum on his gloves.
Regardless, I do
Melanie,
wanna
you're
say one
right.
thing.
I hear Melanie in the background. Mel, you're right. But anyway, just keep going. You keep going.
I did not believe in Kane Womack from the jump.
You didn't.
And
And there's
I'm here
other
to
people
tell
too.
you that I'm in. I'm all in. Whatever he does, he's just such a intense coach, man. I mean, I love what he brings every game. He makes adjustments in game, and ended up just. I mean, he's my guy now, man. I freaking love the dude.
Yeah, he's had a great year, man. And there were a lot of like skeptics to the Swarm, you know. But
Yeah.
now, I mean, he's got
And
these guys trained up, and they're good.
A few missed tackles early on. You know, there were some small fundamental things that they didn't get done, but they just finished strong, man. And I'm really excited, you know, to play Indiana. My brother-in-law is a Indiana guy, and he hasn't said really a whole lot all year. He's just amazed that they're doing what they're doing. And it's a great a great story. I love Coach Signetti. I love Mendoza, the whole story with them. I mean, they're just a solid team. And kind of like playing Oklahoma again.
Yeah.
Quality people, and looking forward to it, man. And your show's killing it. I love what you're doing. You let everybody talk. You let everybody have their time. And looking forward to another one next week.
Can I say this, Meat? I think that Indiana is a speed bump on the way to us getting to the national championship game. And what and let me, dude, I don't know, but I'll tell you this: don't F around and let us get healthy. I'm just telling you, like, don't, like, you better hope that we're still hurt, right? Like, we're like, because we kind of got healthy tonight, and guess what happened? Oklahoma took a old Meat. Where you're from Huntsville, right? What town are you from?
No, I was born in
Oh,
Florida.
Haleyville, right?
Haleyville. I went to
Okay.
high school at Homewood.
Okay,
right?
Homewood. Okay, that like Oklahoma took a Haleyville backwoods ass whooping tonight after that first quarter. Is that a fair thing to
Apparently
say?
so.
Do you know
And
those? Have you ever heard of that before?
That's just I know Walker County too. You're a pie shopper.
I know. I was in Walker County.
Mills episode.
That's my adopted hometown. Oakman. That was an Oakman type ass whooping. Like they got a 17-0 lead, and they were all like, they started booking their plane tickets for Pasadena, and then something happened. The belt came out. You know what I mean?
That's good stuff.
You know
man.
what I mean?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
when the belt comes out. And that was it for them.
100%.
And what I'm saying is, don't let us get healthy. Because I think Indiana's had a great year. They're beatable. They're not winning the national championship. It's going to be us, Georgia, or Ohio State. So once we play, we beat them, then we have the winner of, Texas Tech and Oklahoma and Oregon beat them, and then that's us in the championship game. And if we get healthy,
I mean,
we can beat anybody. So
we're still Bama, apparently.
that's how it feels, man. Well, look, you are the guy who and I know I hope Wes is still listening, but Wes Meat is the guy that got us hooked up with Griff Redmill for the tailgate show. We loved Griff. What a great guy, man. Part of the 1999 SEC championship game. Great dude, man. Like, just a great dude. Like, Coker and I both loved him.
Well, good. I hope hope he's on there more with you guys, and just keep doing what you're doing, brother. And hope to see you soon. You and Steph have a Merry Christmas, and love you, brother.
Yeah, love you, brother. Thank you for calling in, man. Thank you, and I'll see you guys soon. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. And I'm getting to all your calls because I don't have anything to do. I'm just gonna rub this in Oklahoma's face. But Gelato, thank you, brother. Bama. Bama did it, Mick. And the internet was going crazy when OU was up 17-0. They forgot that Bama is hard to kill. When do we get our hard to kill t-shirts? Where's ours? I got this. This was in my hotel when we lost to those guys. But I kept it because I was like, you know what? We're hard to kill. Gelato, man, thank you, brother, man. Thank you for being part of the show. You've been around for a long time, and I appreciate it. Let's get back, and I'm getting to the phone calls. Don't go anywhere. If you're on hold right now, I'm gonna get to you. I'm not going anywhere. Roll Tide, baby. We got one of the best coaches in the NIL era. Lane is a scumbag. I agree with that. Our team has been hurt. He's a good person. This is the pre-NIL Saban where what is that? Fourth string could play anywhere, right? Yeah, look, what you're saying is exactly right. Like you can't stash dudes on the bench anymore. Like, you know, they're good. Like, our depth was at South Carolina this season. So it's like, yeah, we played the Gamecocks. Did you guys see the video? And Kalen's walking off the field, and South Carolina's like scumbag coaches are like trying to talk to Keelan Russell, and he's like, "You're coming with me. Get out of here. We're paying this guy." And Murph's like, he's not leaving for a job that's under investigation. Go Bucks. Okay. Milwaukee Bucks. I'm guessing, right? I hope not, because I really felt like there was a lot of momentum for him leaving. And I think that this kind of puts an end to that, because they're going to hire a coach between now and, you know, the new year. So, and I'm telling you guys right now, I'm 100% behind Kalen DeBoer. And I know some of you guys, they're my friends, text me, and some of you, I am. I think he's our guy. And I was like, well, he's not Nick Saban. Look, he's not Nick Saban. No one's going to be Nick Saban, but he's doing a good job. And with this day and age, if you're too hard on these guys, they're going to haul ass. You're going to have a team with no players because they're all going to leave. So his style probably works a lot better with these guys. And I want to thank all of you guys for the super chats too, by the way. All right, let's go back to the phone lines again. And thank you. If you're holding on, I'm going to get to you. Just stay right there as we do this show. Who's this and where you calling from?
Hey, Mick, this is Terry from Northport.
Terry from Northport, man. Good to see you, man. Good to talk to you tonight.
Sir. Yes, sir. Hey,
Roll Tide, brother.
Great. Roll Tide, roll, baby. I loved it. But before I get started, I wanted to tell you I watched your show yesterday, and I loved yours and Jake's new commercial that y'all had.
I sucked on it, Terry. Just admit it. Let's just.
No, you did.
I sucked.
You were great, man. Y'all were, and Jay and Coker seals it with a pick. I loved it, baby.
Hey, let me tell you this, man. Coker is the best spokesman for anything, because he is really the best person for anything. You know what I mean? Like, he is just the all-American great guy. And the team that we spent a week at Pearl River putting that commercial together, and it couldn't have turned out better. They did a great job. Thank you for. Did you like that when we went, instead of going to commercial, we just I just showed them the commercial for the first time.
Loved it.
He's such an honest guy too. He was worried about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think you all did a great job, and I loved your tribute to the big sexy too, and how we all miss him.
Man, let me tell you, let me say this, Terry.
That was just wonderful.
When I've known Brett, I knew Brett from when the time he was a little kid, and I didn't pay much attention to him. I knew his dad. His dad Johnny was a radio guy in Walker County, and I'd see him in the press boxes, and then he was friends with Big Dave McDaniel. And I loved Big Dave, right? Big Dave was on with Bradley Price's dad, Wally Price, on WTBC, and his dad was the Searsopper, which was like a radio icon in Tuscaloosa, right? And so Brett and I became great friends, and I loved every minute that I spent with him. And I've never felt like that about anybody else I've ever met in my life. Like, Brett just was that person that made me laugh, made me think, and then when he died, it broke my heart, so. And I think a lot of you guys felt the same way, because he was on the tailgate show. He's so funny too. He's a hilarious guy. Such a great entertainer. So it's been a hard thing to deal with.
You were very, very blessed to have a friend like that in your life.
God, I feel like that, man. I mean, like I am. I more than I can even tell you guys on here, You guys know he would come on this post show. He would just pop in, and then he would make me laugh. And then the next day he'd be like, "Hey, was I good?" I was like, "Oh, dude, you just do anything you want to do. You're hilarious." The best.
The times that I saw him, he just always seemed to have a smile on his face.
God, he was such a good dude.
He could make you laugh. It was
Yeah.
just wonderful. And that's one reason. And there's something else kind of along those same lines that I felt so great about. I'm so happy about this win for a number of reasons. But have you heard about the little boy, the 14-year-old boy in Ralph that's fighting bone cancer?
Can I tell you this story?
William Robert.
Yeah, let me tell you.
And the team is taking up time with him, and I'm glad for him that the team won.
Yeah, let me tell you this. So his grandmother and my mother-in-law were best friends. And
really?
Yeah. And that's something like totally different. I used to have this truck back when I wasn't making any money. And I loved that truck. And I wish I had it now, because it'd be worth a mint, right? It was a Ford Bronco. It would break down. And his mom, Brittany's a police officer, and back then she used to work at the ABC store at 5 Points. Where is that 5 Points? It's like kind of near Brookwood,
kind of out
Alberta. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. 5 Points right there out in
Cottondale. And I would, and I broke down there like 2 or 3 times, and Brittany, his mom, would be there, and she'd always help me out. And I can't, honestly, it's something that I follow every day. And I wish that there were like things that I could do to help. I wish there were the right words. I wish there was and for those of you guys that haven't seen Will yet, it's excruciating. It's one of the it's really one of the most painful things that any of us have.
It is,
because he's such a great kid, and we love the family, and we can't help. But I'm with you, man. Like I'm glad you brought that up, because we love that. I just want to say this: I love them. I love Will. I love watching his videos. His mom, Brittany, you know, his mom, Dorothy. I can't even tell you how many meals that when we didn't have any money that they they picked up for us. His grandmother Dorothy and Wade. What's going on in life? I can't really tell you right now how it's going to turn out, other than God has a plan, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of good things that come out of this, Terry. But it breaks my heart.
Well, there's so much. I'm like you. I look at that situation and I say, why, Lord, do you let an old guy like me live as long as I have, and then you got a little old boy that's, you just hate
Great
to see
kid.
it. And
We trade with him.
I'm a retired. Yes, trade with him in a heartbeat. That was one of my grandkids. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah.
I'm a retired cardiovascular nurse, but my wife is a pediatric nurse. She is still practicing, and she's dealt with that, patients with that kind of cancer. And you're right, it's just very painful. But he has such a wonderful attitude, and the team. I'm so proud of the team, the way they've helped him and gathered around him, and I was just really. That's the first thing I thought, and I told my wife, and she's very familiar with the case, and I told her, I said, I am just so happy, for the win, but for him, for the main thing. But I've got to tell you, I totally agree with you. I went in tonight thinking that DeBoer was coaching for his job. Not that I wanted him to leave necessarily, but I felt that if Alabama would have lost tonight, he would have lost the vast majority of the fan base, and it would have been devastating. And I'm just happy for him because he is a good man.
Yeah.
And that's why Michigan wants him. That's what do you get when you hire somebody that doesn't have that moral character, or you end up getting in trouble, like you said. Folks slap their secretaries, or whatever.
Look, you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. So DeBoer is a good man. We are blessed to have him, and I'm just glad. I just told him, I said, if he could just get this one win, and I said, if he moves on and we play Indiana, I really think we got a good shot at that win too. But even if we don't get that win, just getting this one win will help him so much, and we just got to give him just a little bit more time, and we got to get behind him. I'm so proud of the team, the way they fought back, But Mick, we have got problems. I mean, we definitely got, on offense. We're still struggling. I was so frustrated. 4 minutes left in the game, we get the ball and 1 first down, and we seal the game because they had to use all their timeouts, and we couldn't make it that gum first down. But the team fought hard, and I'm just proud of Coach DeBoer. I think this. I told my son, I said, I think this is one of the most important games in Alabama football history as far as determining the course of the football program in the near future. What I mean by that, I think if he would have lost tonight, there would have been so much, people would have been so dissatisfied that Michigan may have been able to talk to him and get him to go, and we would have lost
It's time for us, Terry. It's time for us to get his back, man. It's just time. Saban won't even be honest about Lane Kiffin anymore. Like he's not. He's an ESPN guy, man. Like I hate to say that because I love Coach Saban, but he's disingenuous when he talks about Lane. And if that's the way he is, like, look, I get it. Like that's your business now. But we know, we've been here, man. We know what's going on. We know the score.
Well, yes. That's something that Coach Saban probably has to do publicly, in a public setting. He probably feels like he's got to do that. But you and I know some of the things that happen, here in town and stuff. But I think Lane has moved on. I think he's
I hope he has.
We need everyone a second chance. But I'm like you. I hope he has. But still, there's a lot of turmoil that follows him. He's a wonderful coach. And who knows, maybe in 4 or 5 years, and if Coach DeBoer ever decides to move on, which I hope he doesn't, I hope he'll be here for several years.
Right.
Oh, one quick thing I want to say.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who I'd love to see following. and you was talking about the 1999 SEC championship game. Hey, what about Lance Taylor and the job he's doing with Western Michigan?
Yeah, I paid close
to
attention to that. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I would love to see him, keep on doing a great job. And there seems to be a tradition of walk-ons from Alabama becoming coaches in in college football. And then, yes, that's right. Dabo was a walk-on wide receiver under Stallings, and you got Lance, a walk-on wide receiver under DeBoer. And boy, Lance, that team they were set to play. And at halftime, he was up 34-0. He said, "Well, we can't look at the scoreboard. It's 0-0 at halftime. We got to clean some things up." And I said, "You preach it, brother." And you know what I love? I'm from 8 Mile, Alabama, which is down in the south part of the state.
Yeah,
and he's
not
from
far
Mount
from me.
Vernon, going back and forth from college. When I lived in 8 Mile, coming to Alabama, and after I graduated, I married a girl here. She chased me, and I finally gave in. But man, that's not her story. But I married my wife here and just stayed in town. But I've driven through Mount Vernon, I don't know, thousands of times, and I'm just so happy for Lance and the job he's doing. And maybe one day down the road he'll make his way to the University of Alabama.
Yeah.
But hey, it was a great game. I love your show.
Thank
Mick,
you.
and you're doing a wonderful job, brother.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, Terry. Roll Tide, man.
All right.
We'll talk to you soon. And God bless
buddy.
Will. And I would love to see Will pull off the miracle. All right, let me go back to the phone lines again. And thank you guys for all holding on. I'm going to get to every call. So if you're on hold, you're in. Who's this and where you calling from?
What's going on, Mick? Is Anthony from New York. What's going on, brother?
Anthony from New York. What's up, man? What's happening in New York? How's the weather right now?
Oh man, it's dirty snow out here, Mick. It's the ugliest sight in the world.
What'd you think about the game?
Good, man. Good. So the game, I never turned it off, right? Did I think that we were gonna lose? It was pretty ugly for a second. I'm not gonna lie to you, Mick. I was sitting there standing in front of my TV, in disbelief, to be honest with you. I was firing everybody. Fire Kalen DeBoer. Fire Kenny Mormack. But I gotta be honest with you. Watched a lot of Alabama games, man. And for the first time, I mean, I'm sure they have made adjustments, but this impactful of adjustments that they made, they truly made adjustments at halftime. And I've screamed for the last, since he's got here, both of them got here, that they seem to not really make, adjustments. I don't know if they're not making them or they just don't make any impact.
Right.
But they made adjustments, and I gotta eat crow, man. Like defensively and offensively, I was sitting there, with Grubb, I was like, come on, man, like the inconsistency of the play calling, the play calls, the timely bad play calls, not even timely good play calls, he has a tendency of shooting himself in the foot when he gets in a roll for sometimes. I don't know what goes on in this dude's head. Like, he can call a great game, but then it's like he gets going and then he just shoots himself in the foot for no reason. So, and I was sitting here like, oh man, but they came out second half, bro, and they dominated, man. They really did. Like, the defense got after it. They had a plan of, getting pressure. And I like your channel so much, Mick. I want to tell you this because you keep it real, man. You really do. Like, I listen to a lot of people, right? But you're the only one that really touches on realness. And what I mean by that is weirdness by the referees, things that players do that that nobody really talks about. The announcers, how they call a game.
Thank you.
I watch a lot of games, Alabama games, and sometimes I'm like, the announcers seem to be one-sided, man.
Yeah.
I can't get a different broadcast over here. I gotta turn it, and you know what I mean? I'm like, am I in my head? I'm like, I'm not in my head, man, because I know I ain't tripping.
No,
right?
dude, I got you, man.
they were all on the.
I'm with you.
Go ahead. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm just gonna say this. Like, I just don't care. Like, people in my business that want to kiss everybody's ass will get on me, and I'm like, you know what, man? I'm gonna tell you the way I see it. When I used to work for the Crimson Tide Sports Network, I worked for the SEC Network. I had to like bow down to everybody. I work for me, So I'm gonna tell you how I feel. And I love teaming up with even the next round. I'm on the next round now, but I'm telling you what I think. They don't tell nobody from the next round's like, hey, man, you need to do this or this. I'm just going to tell you what I think. Like, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if I'm right, I'm right, man. You know what I mean? And it's like, there's a credibility part of this where I don't want anything from Alabama. Like, they could be like, hey, you're not getting a media credential or something. Like, fuck your media credential. I'm going to tell it like I see it. I like Kalen DeBoer because I like him, not because you guys are bribing me for a media credential or because this guy wants me to say that I like the kicker. I like the kicker today. I want to name my kid after him, but when he's shanking kicks, I don't like him. Like, that's the way it is. I mean, like, this is what we do here, and if they don't like it, I'll go somewhere else and do it. So thank you.
Yeah, 100%, man. And it goes back to the Tennessee game a few years ago. When
Yeah,
we
that
lost
bullshit
at
game.
Tennessee with that, what? Yeah.
Yeah, because it was
watched
bullshit.
and I was like, yo, man. Yeah, it was 100%.
100%.
And it was bullshit in this game too.
Hey, let me ask you something, man. Have you? Let me ask you this: have you seen one game since that Tennessee game in 22 that was a bigger farce than that?
Nah, I honestly can't.
Because you can't. Because it changed my thoughts on the way that I look at gambling. Because I think that shit was so bullshit. Like, I can't even tell. And all the kids are in bed right now, so I'm not worried about it. But I watched that 22 Bama Tennessee game, and I'm watching even the penalties they called against Tennessee helped them until we couldn't cover the over. So don't tell. I that's my opinion.
More bullshit than that sideline interference tonight.
Dude, that was.
What was up with that?
Yeah, I know. Like, give me a break, man.
He's like in my eyes, it looked like he purposely backed into the dude just to throw the fly. There's 22 seconds left in the
I know, dude.
half,
like,
what are you doing?
You know what you do is you pick yourself up, you go over and you say, "Get out of my damn way." You don't F the game up for that. And you're right. Like, I'm watching that and I'm like, this is every like small town cop that's trying to just bust somebody's balls. And I'm not, and I love the police. So that, like, everybody knows I am a supporter of, because they make our lives great. But they know there's that guy that's just where you could have just walked by and been like, you need to get out of my way next time. And everybody's like this. Instead of throwing a flag, we're going to F the game up. Right?
100%, man. Like, when I seen that, like, that's all. And I'm glad you said about the sport, the betting and shit, because I watch the games, I enjoy it, but it's still like, even, and it's not even just Alabama games. It's just in general, like college football and stuff. Because I mainly just watch college football. I'm not really, NFL in the back in the day when I was younger, I was into, but it's kind of faded out and stuff like that. But it's mainly just college football. But even other games, man, I sit back and sometimes, like, I be thinking to myself, like, is it just something that, like, I'm creating in my head, this narrative? But then I'm like, nah, man, I'm not tripping. My eyes is not lying to me. I played football at a very high level. Like, I was gifted, God-given abilities. I practiced, So, I played on a team that went undefeated like the 72 Dolphins. I got the plaque to prove it, Mick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know what I'm talking about. So I'm just like, I'm sitting there like, nah, man, it's definitely not. So I appreciate you, man, for so many things. But
thank you.
That one thing is like, damn, man, that, like, I remember when you said that, I was like, you got a great show. You always speak your mind, which I respect. I'd rather somebody be a straight shooter than bullshit me. And when you said, I was like, damn, this dude just got so much. He got my respect in so many ways, and you put out good content. So I just want to let you know that.
Thank you.
But I'll leave it with the man. As far as like the game, like we getting healthy, Mick, and
watch out.
It's
you better watch out.
That defense,
like Santa Claus. You better watch out.
Like defense. You ain't, Mick, you ain't kidding, man. Yo, I got to praise the adjustments, because watching a game, like I don't think that I've ever seen adjustments make that more of an impact than they did, right? And bravo with Kenny Warback, right?
Oh, yeah.
Bravo to the defense, because the announcers, like I like Kirk, I like, they call good games.
They do
like,
call good game
callers, but sometimes it's like, that Alabama bias is still there, because we kicked everybody's asses for decades.
Long
like,
time,
Nick Saban
man.
ain't there, right? So now everybody, they like that shit just doesn't go away, right?
Yeah.
Like, so like everybody wants to get that one up on Alabama, correct? Right? So like every time, so I'm sitting there, I'm watching the game, and I'm like, they praising Mateer, and yeah, they was eating us up in the first half, but I'm like, the dude's standing back there for 15, 20 minutes, no type of pass rush.
Yes.
He wasn't doing nothing magical. He wasn't making these tight window throws. He was throwing the dudes that were wide open, and bravo, kudos to him. I'm not taking anything away from them. I'm just saying, like, it just seems sometimes when I watch things, like it's so like the other team one-sided, and then I'm just like, okay, it's okay. But what I was saying before is that we're getting healthy, man. That defensive pass rush was incredible, the best that it's been all year, and way to show up at the time that you needed it to show up, right? The secondary is good. I'm not trying to pinpoint anybody or nothing like that, but Dejon Meade needs to be in over Damani Jackson. I'm not trying to. I don't knock players like that, right? I'm not here to kick nobody down, but it's just the tape. The tape don't lie, Mick. You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't.
Like, it's just too many angles. There's too many times where the same thing continuously happens over and over again, and you just can't allow that to happen. But we're getting healthy, and this is for all the haters all year that shitted on Ty Simpson. Oh, he can't do this, he can't do that. He had no run game. He had inconsistent blocking. He had drop passes, right? And he had inconsistent play calling.
Great call.
So
man.
when you get run game somewhat, right? Great. Good running game, just like Mateer was getting in the first half, right?
Yeah.
And then we heated him up and got in his face, and you see how everything changed.
Yeah.
And then Ty Simpson got somewhat of a running game, right? He got good play calling, he got pass blocking, and then all of a sudden you've seen what he's able to do. People forget what he was doing in the first half against competition. Like, people want to talk about the Big Ten, and I'm not trying to poo-poo on them, right? They got 3 teams, and one of them just came from the Pac-12, which was Oregon.
Yeah.
And we'll see what Indiana could do, because everybody wants to crown them. But this is 2 years of doing it. That's it. Not anything more. 2 years. I like Chris Cinetti. I like his attitude. I'm not going to lie to you. But we'll see if they can maintain that, right? But we're talking about Penn State is a complete mess right now. We're talking about 3 teams in the Big Ten, and the ESPN media and everybody is sitting there crowning the Big Ten when you got teams, Alabama, you got Georgia, you got, as much as I hate to say it and it pains me, Tennessee, Texas, Oklahoma.
Right.
I know, and Texas just got there, and you got Missouri, you got who am I thinking? You got LSU, you got Ole Miss, you got Vanderbilt, who just showed up. Let's see if they continue to do it. I like Clark Lee and what he's about. But this, we talking about 8, 9 teams. Florida, like Florida beat Texas. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talking about 8, 9, 10, even 11 deep in the SEC. And then they talking about 9 conference games. We can't wait to see you play it. Dan Lannon makes a comment about, oh, we didn't play so-and-so in week 9. You didn't play anybody all year. You played Indiana and you lost at home.
Yeah.
Like, what are you over here messing your mouth about when it comes to things like this? It's just hate, because people hate, what works, right? They hate us because they ain't us. That's really what it comes down to when it comes to the SEC. And I'm not biased about the SEC. I just call it how I see it. It's the best conference. When you go week in and week out against these dudes, like, that's why I like Texas Tech, but they haven't played anybody that got dudes like they got dudes. Like, I think they do got dudes, but they haven't played anybody. Like BYU, come on, man. Like, no disrespect to them, but it's just not, it's levels to it, right? So when you look at teams like that are getting this praise. And I don't know, they could make a run, right? I'm not saying they wouldn't or they're not a good team, but it's different in the SEC week in and week out. And the stretch that Alabama went on when they beat Georgia, then they beat Missouri, then they beat Tennessee, like, you know, then they beat Vanderbilt, and obviously in a different order. But 4 games, that was the craziest 4 games that I remember in the SEC watching, at them going on that stretch and playing that. You know, like, that is the reason why they were able to do what they were able to do tonight, because they're ballers and they were in that moment to be able to get out of that adversity. And, you know, kudos to the coaching staff, you know, and kudos to your channel. You know, I appreciate it, man. And yo, Indiana, listen, I know they got Mendoza. I like the kid. He's well respected. You know, he's just a likable guy. They got a good running game. They're super balanced. They got some receivers. They got a good, you know, but I'm just saying, man, you better watch out, because
here we come.
We're gonna see what happens in that neutral site game. And I'm just gonna say, like, this Oklahoma defense is legit. I'm not taking
it is.
Brent Venables in my eyes, other than Kirby Smart in my eyes, right? He is the second best defensive coordinator in college football besides Kirby Smart and Glenn Schumann, what they got going over there at Georgia, because they
great point
over there, right?
Yeah.
Like, Brent Venables is no joke. Like, no joke. Like Clemson days when they cracked us in that championship game 44-16. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I hated that.
He's legit, bro. Like, you know, and that's why I'm so glad that we got his ass tonight, bro. Doesn't it feel so good, Nick?
No, it feels great.
We got our back paid tonight, boys. We got our back paid tonight, man. Hey, I'm gonna take this shot of tequila and I'm gonna get off this call. I'm gonna listen to the rest of it, yo. But Mick, you the man. You keep doing your thing. You keep being real. You keep being you. Your authenticity jumps off the screen.
Thanks, brother.
And it's the reason why I watch you, man, because I value people like that in life, man. So kudos to you, man.
Hey, thank you, man. Thank you, Roll Tide, man. Thank you so much. I love to hear from all you guys, and especially like when you've been hanging for the long haul, because it's been a few different spots. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. I just love you guys that have been hanging for a long time on here as well. Who's this and where you calling from?
Hey, Mick, what's up? It's Joe in Gunnersville.
Joe, I wish we were in a bar where I could buy you a drink for just hanging on this long, brother. Roll Tide.
Hey, man, I'm hanging on. I love listening to all the callers. This is so much fun. What a freaking win, dude. That's why I'm so excited. Like,
loved it.
I could stay up till 2 a.m. and that's why I'm so excited. But by the way, man, I'm a next round guy. I was a round table guy. I've never left those guys. So, man, I've been listening to you for a long time. This is the first time I've ever actually got to call in. So I'm pretty excited to finally talk to you. I felt like tonight was the night I need to call in.
Dude, I love LT's my boy. I love Ryan. I love Jim. And I've been a fan of theirs too, man. So it's like, it's cool to be able to get on here. And sometimes they jump on with me, you know, like whatever. But I'm like with you. Like, I think they have the best show. So, you know.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Great dudes. Great dudes.
And the fact that you do this post-game thing, man, I watch it every week. So this is the first time I've actually called. Really what I wanted to talk about was, dude, I'm with you, and I'm like with LT. I'm going to die on the DeBoer hill.
Me too.
I think that it was immediately, I thought it was a great hire. And I have defended DeBoer to so many people in my Alabama circle. And tonight, I'm telling you right now, man, I want to ask you this question. Do you think tonight, and now obviously we're trying to win a national title,
right?
But to come back from 17-0 on the road in a playoff game, do you think that this was one of the most maybe most consequential games since 2nd and 26.
Yeah. Look, man, I'm just going to tell you right now. I don't know what everybody's going to say or not going to say. I mean, you guys that follow me know that I've Chris Lowe on my channel every week, and Chris is the most connected guy that I know in the SEC. And we talked about DeBoer leaving for Michigan. He was like, well, nothing's signed. But he goes, but if Bama wins, like, they're not going to wait around until New Year's to hire their next coach. And it's like, thank God for us, man. Like, this is who we need. Like, we just all need to get behind his ass. Like, who are we going to get that's going to be better than him? That's my point. Like, Dan Lanning isn't coming from Oregon, right? Yeah, right. Like, he won me over when Brett called me and he's like, hey, man, Kalen DeBoer's going to do the tailgate show. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, I've done a lot of great things in my life. Like, I'm like, okay. And I saw just the glee and the happiness. And then he asked Kalen DeBoer about eating at Waffle House and all this. I'm like, how's this guy going to handle it? And he was fantastic. Like, he's like, whatever he said. I really like him. And then on top of that, I think he's a good coach. I think he's a great coach in this day and age.
Obviously. Ben, I'm not going to lie to you. And I'm sure you were with me at the same time. 17-0 earlier tonight. Man, dude, I was low down. I was like,
did you think we were going to win by 10?
This can't be real.
Did you think we were going to cover by 9?
Hell no.
We covered by 9 or 8.5. Dude, whoever you got your shit from, like, it wasn't even close.
Do you not agree though? And I've already had this conversation with a few other people before I called you tonight. Do you not agree though? When we scored that touchdown to go 17-7, Oklahoma shrank.
I saw it.
They did. And then when we got the pick 6, the game was over.
Dude, when we got the block punt, and you guys know this, you probably know this. Like, Coker said that when he played for Alabama, Nick Saban said a block punt was the leading thing to losing a football game. And I was like, what do you mean? And he said that it's percentage-wise, like, if you have a block punt, you lose. And remember when we lost to Georgia, I said the same thing. We blocked one today, 100%. and it won for us.
Well, I'll tell you this too, and I know field position is always a big deal, but is it not apparent with Grubb and DeBoer, we cannot get behind on field position?
No,
we are almost completely handicapped when we get behind on. And I was with my mom and my wife, and when we started our first drive on the 13-yard line and the second drive on the 14-yard line, I was like, "This is not good, y'all. This is not good," because we don't have. Help me with the punter. We don't, the guy that's at Green Bay now, the one iron. We don't have the guy that can.
Yeah, we don't have a J.K. Scott. Right, we don't have a Will Reichard.
J.K. Scott, thank you. We don't. So when we start drives at the 14 and we can't get a freaking first down,
dude,
I mean, it's going to make it easy for offenses like Oklahoma to move the ball. And I really think and that's the thing with, I really think if we could have had a better field position kind of game against Georgia, I still think Georgia beats us 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. But
if we could have just had some better field position, I got to be honest, when I was watching the national title, or not national title, the SEC championship game, 2 weeks ago, with some friends of mine, and when Georgia scored, I was like, well, silver lining is at least we'll finally have better field position.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And it gets to that point. I mean, Like starting on the 25 is so much better than starting on the 13.
I know.
But
dude, I think this, Joe.
I'm
I'm going to say this, man. I think that we sat out some of our best players because we were more worried about this game than that game. That's how I feel.
I think we did,
and because nobody cares about that anymore.
I think we did, and we know Kirby even said it in his post-game press conference after the SEC championship. He was like, "We're beat up, and they're very beat up," and that's when Kirby was like, "So we're going to add another game next year."
Yeah.
And then we're going to have to come play in Atlanta.
Yeah, the Atlanta game's got to go.
I'll tell you this. I think tonight, if you're an Oklahoma fan, I think the sobering reality, if you're an Oklahoma fan, is that you figured out that Alabama has an actual coaching staff and you just have a defensive coordinator as your head coach.
That's true.
But, I mean, because you're up 17-0 at home.
Yeah.
How do you screw that up?
I loved it.
And, it was beautiful.
Hard to kill, but we killed them, didn't we?
God is my witness. God is my witness, and my mother and my wife we're up. We're watching. It's 10-17, and I swear to God, right before the pick six, I looked at them and I said, "We really need an interception right here."
Yeah.
And there goes Xavier Brown.
Dude, you got to give Xavier. I mean, I don't know how you give a game ball out and Xavier Brown doesn't get one of them.
He's just like, and my mom was saying it all night. She was like, "I've got to meet him at some point. I've got to meet him." I'll tell you this. I want to know your opinion. Ryan Williams. What do we do going forward?
I don't know. I mean, you got, close to $3 million invested in him. I know he's a great talent. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. I met Ryan at the mullet toss. I like him, but I mean, him and Jalen Mbakwe, between those two, you're talking about like $4 million or maybe around that.
Yeah.
And it's like, and you guys don't even play. Nobody even notices you anymore. I'm not saying I want to get rid of either one of those guys. I love Bach. I love Hollywood, but you got you got to get back in the game, man. Whatever's going on, you got to figure it out. And especially because Hollywood's so talented, man. God, I know he's got just crazy ability, but it's just not, we're not seeing it right now.
His athletic ability doesn't make sense. That's how good he is. But it's like he's not confident. It's really it's odd. Because I mean, tonight when we needed the biggest play of the game,
we went to another. We go to Bernard. We go to Brooks, right?
And Jeremy Bernard's clearly not 100% still.
Dude, how about the pass that he missed?
He still makes the play.
like a high school pass.
Oh, I know.
But he came back and made a Tyrone Pro throw catch. So it's that's what sports are, though, man. You missed the easy one, and then you make the one you're not supposed to catch. Okay, it all evens out because we beat them.
It's funny. So you were asking, I think it was like 2 callers ago, if what the Jeremy Bernard catch reminded them of.
Yeah.
You were kind of waiting, and you were like, Tyrone Pro throw. I was at that game.
Me too.
And if you remember, it was 2005.
Dude, it was old school, man.
So there was no social media.
Yeah.
No social media. So we drove back to Gunnersville that night, and I go home. Blah, blah, blah.
Beautiful place, by the way.
We woke up. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I love Gunnersville.
We woke up the next day. That's when I saw the catch.
You didn't see it at the game?
I didn't see it. I was at the game, and they replayed it.
It was just but back then we didn't have the shit like we have now.
No. So the next day, the guy that took us was like, "Hey, y'all got to come see this." That's just so funny because now it's like instantaneous.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
gonna see everything.
Where were you sitting?
But I say I was in the upper deck west, basically on like the 40.
Okay. I was in
And
the
do
upper
you remember
deck.
that night the sprinklers came on?
Yeah. I do remember that. I was in the upper
That
deck.
was the game the sprinklers came on.
I was in the upper deck, but I was like, I want to say it was like probably closer to the 20-yard line, right where he caught it, Yeah, we tried to get him on the
So I
tailgate
graduated
show,
from
and they were
Alabama,
like,
and
"Yeah, he's got to get another leg surgery or something." I was like, "Why? This guy should." This is why anybody that has a problem with
you're
NIL,
totally correct.
it's like, why is he dealing with this, right? Like Tyrone Prothro
should have,
dude. He's as good as
not have
any of them. Smitty, Waddle, Ruggs, Judy, Menchie. I know it's for some of you, you don't remember him. Like, look, man, Tyrone Prothro was as good as any of those guys. He's as good as any receiver Alabama's ever had.
No, he was.
Any of them.
He was that whole team.
Yep.
That defense that year, and
no
Prothro
help
was that whole.
Yeah, right. Like it wasn't like he had like 3 other NFL guys around.
No, hell no. No, absolutely not. No. But yeah, so that was that. So Germ tonight.
Germ's good.
To not
By
have
the way.
really to not have oh yeah, for sure. But to not have a significant play for weeks now.
Right.
To make that catch tonight, it just shows like, okay, to me, and maybe I'm being too critical, but what Lottie did tonight, what Germ did tonight, it shows me that those are the dudes you trust.
Yeah.
And Ryan Williams is just not one of those guys.
I think he can be, but I don't know what's going on right now, man. Yeah, he's not where he was.
Well, there's no doubt.
And I wonder what's going to happen with his future.
Not.
But I really like him. I just hope, God, I hope we get it all figured out, because I know he's special.
I think the biggest thing going into Indiana, my opinion, is how good this pass rush looks right now.
Yeah.
And what's frustrating to me is Womack brings it when we absolutely have to.
Oh yeah.
And maybe, hey, it's all about design. He's getting paid a lot. I'm not. But when we have to get the quarterback on the ground, we do it.
We do it, man.
We do, and I think it's going to be. Indiana has not blocked anybody like Tim Keenan yet.
No. How about Keon Keeley?
I think they're finally
hey, this is the guy that we thought we were getting. Yeah,
so good.
Yeah, we saw
so good.
We saw some of these other guys start to come into the picture, but Keeley's that guy. We're like, oh, okay, oh, here we go. When he was getting in some asses tonight.
Yeah, he really was, and it was so amazing to watch the change from the first half to the second half of Mateer. He was never comfortable.
No.
In the third or fourth quarter.
Nope.
Never. And that goes back to what I said just a second ago.
Yeah.
Oklahoma fans and everybody else goes, we have a coaching staff. And that's why I love DeBoer. I will die on the DeBoer hill. I think he's fantastic. And I hope Womack, you said it earlier tonight too. Womack, he's going to be a head coach at some point.
He will.
Not next year. He'll be our DC again next year.
Yep.
But he will be a head coach at some point. And I don't know, man. I think we're getting ready for a good run. I got to ask you one question before I get off.
All right.
you had to go with it tonight, are you going late 70s Grateful Dead or late 80s Grateful Dead?
Oh God. And man, this is, some people are like, I don't know what I'm getting into right now. I'm going late 70s, man. Give me Shakedown Street. Give me
Hell yeah.
dude, give me like Slipknot, Helps on the Way, Terrapin Station. Like I don't mind 80s Dead. Like I wasn't a really an 80s Dead fan until recently, but dude, the late 70s Dead to me is that's what I live for.
It's so good.
Can I mean, do you feel me on
So
this
good.
one?
Oh, 100%. But I am kind of a sucker for mid to late 80s Dead.
Dude, I like
Whether
it
it's a
too,
Brit
man.
Midland,
Look, great. Like the crazy thing
yeah.
about it is this, and for you guys that aren't like that you don't know the Grateful Dead yet, and hopefully you will in your life because it's so good. Is that it was late 60s and then it's 70s and then it's 80s and then it's 90s, right? They never had a Billboard Casey Kasem top song until Touch of Grey came.
Never.
And it got to like number 6.
Right.
But they're the most listened to American rock band in the history of like music in our country. Because it's rock, it's blues,
100%.
it's folk. You know this, dude. You get it. But
And for everybody listening that don't know Grateful Dead things, I could send Nick a Scarlet Begonias jam right now, and he would be able to say, "Oh yeah, this is early 70s.
Dude,
this is late 70s.
Yep.
Or this is early 80s."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the great thing about the Grateful Dead.
Yeah, no, and the crazy, you're exactly right, dude. And the crazy part about it is that they let everybody just come in and film all their songs and everything. So people have
everything.
Yeah, like there's every concert they've ever done. Like there's like, multiple versions of it. So now that we have our own like media that's a lot easier to access, it's gotten a lot more popular. So Jerry Garcia is the greatest guitarist in the history of our country, whether you want to believe it or not. Like he's the most listened to guy, and it's because he's awesome, and it's because they weren't trying to like pinch everybody for like showing up and recording it.
I'm with you.
And I take the same attitude on the stuff I do. Like I'm like, hey man, if you want to play it on your station, play it. Like it's not always about the dollar. It's about like just getting good content out there. I mean, that's how I feel.
The two hills, I'll give you this, and I'll get off here and let the other callers get in. The two hills I'm going to die on Mick. DeBoer in Alabama, Jerry Garcia, the GOAT.
No, he's the GOAT.
Roll Tide, dude.
Roll Tide, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being a part of a fan of what we do every day. And I appreciate you. All right, look, everybody that's on hold, I'm getting to you. So just hang, because I got nothing to do except talk to you guys about football. Who's this and where are you calling from?
Murph.
What's up?
So I can't hear this. So it's Murph. I'm a Buckeye fan. I've been watching your stream after the game here.
Where are you from,
Obviously,
Murph?
I am from Boston.
So you guys got a killer team. You got a killer team right now.
Obviously, we got a killer team.
Dude, you guys are lit, man. Nobody here, everybody listening knows. If anybody, and I'm gonna tell you this right now, dude.
You guys need to get.
Can we tell you this, Murph? Everybody here knows you're gonna win a championship. You're gonna have to beat Ohio State. I don't care what happened. They didn't care about that Big Ten championship game. Ohio State is the
here's
best
thing.
talented
The reason
team.
why I'm watching your stream is because I think Alabama showed me something. I think
Right.
Kane Womack, I don't know who the fuck this guy is, but he is for real. He's going to be a head coach in 2 years, probably somewhere big, I think, because he changed that whole game.
Yeah.
That was so that obviously that game was 2 different games basically.
You thought? Can I ask you a question, dude? Did you think we were going to get our ass kicked? Just be honest.
I thought in the first part you guys
First
were going
quarter.
to get your ass kicked.
You were like,
And then
we're getting our ass kicked.
first quarter, and then Kane Womack just
The
fucking
defense.
changed the whole game.
That pick
I
six.
think
Was it the block punt or the kick
the
six?
It was both of them, but
Okay.
the block punt not so much. That was a big fuck up by that guy, but I think he changed the whole defense around, and that kind of changed the whole thing there. But I think Bama's got a chance in this playoff. Honestly, I think you guys will beat Indiana because I don't think Indiana is tough enough.
You guys should have beat them. You guys had them, and you let them off the hook.
Well, yeah,
But I don't think
we
you
just
guys
did some
cared
gay
about
shit,
that.
and
I don't think
we did.
I don't think Ohio State cared about winning the Big Ten. I think everybody was looking at the national championship. That's my opinion.
Well, there was a lot of stuff going on. Brian Hartline left during that week. He left USF. There's a lot of stuff going on, so I'm not a guy for excuses.
Okay.
But no, maybe that was like, I don't know, something happened there. But I think Alabama will get to the semi, and I think they'll beat Indiana. Honestly, they're more a physical team.
I think you're right too, man. I think Ohio State to me is the favorite to win this. I think Ohio State has the best players. They have more first round picks than anybody else.
Yeah.
And that's what we won on for a long time. Like I don't I'm not looking past that. You still got to win the games, you know.
No.
But you know what I'm saying? Like you
Still got to win the games.
Yeah. But you guys got the most talent.
To be honest, I bet on Oklahoma. Tonight. I got fucked.
Yeah, I had a buddy that
I
bet
thought
on
Oklahoma. Yeah. I bet on Oklahoma. I thought they were at home. You know, they get a John Mateer. They looked great. And then
it went down fast.
Your defensive coordinator just fucked everything up.
Dude, I have a buddy that bet. I hope he's not listening, but he bet a ton on Oklahoma, and he's like hitting our group up, and I'm like, man, I don't know if I should tell him like not to bet against us because he already placed the bets, you know. Because I'm thinking like, you know, they got lucky to beat us last time.
Yeah,
you know, like. But then after that first quarter, I was like,
lucky,
well, we're going to
actually.
lose, you know, and then all of a sudden, like, it's weird how sports work that way. Like, it all evens out.
Yeah,
you know?
but like this Womack guy, he's very good.
He is.
I think the defensive coordinator, you're not going to be able to keep him for long, but
dude, we can't. Yeah, our head
very
coach
good.
might go to Michigan. Would you want to see Kalen DeBoer every year?
he's not going to Michigan.
Yeah, I don't think so now, but
I've been peppering your chat. You didn't see me in your chat, dude. I've been peppering your chat the whole time.
Let me tell you something. If we'd have lost this game, I think that there was a chance that he was going to go there. I think that he's
not going to fucking.
He's not going there now. I mean, but you know, like He's not
That
Lane
place is a
Kiffin.
disaster.
How, as an Ohio
That
State
place
fan,
is a disaster, though.
as an Ohio State fan, how weird is it seeing all the stuff they're getting in trouble for right now? Your opinion?
It's pretty funny, to be honest.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be completely honest, it's funny.
It's
But yeah, he's not going there, dude.
okay. If he's smart, he's not. Right?
If Alabama imploded, if Alabama imploded tonight and they lost by like 1 million,
yeah,
then maybe he would go there.
if we'd have lost
But
by what you
not
thought
now.
we were going to lose by, but we ended up winning by 10. Whoop.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, man, look, you guys, I'm going to tell you this, and I mean this, success until you play us. Have a great great run, and hopefully we meet. And if we do, you come back and hang out with us, all right? Get on the show.
That'll be awesome, dude. Can't wait.
I would love that, man. Like, because if we got there, I'd be happy. You'd be there. You'd be happy too, man. Thank you, brother. Have a great Christmas.
Can't wait, brother.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, you too, brother.
All right, take care, man. All right, let's do one more call. Just because I can't be out here all night. Who's this? And where are you calling from?
This is OC Jim calling from California. Anaheim, California. How you doing?
Hey, dude.
Slick Mick. How you doing,
man?
bro?
I lived in Cali. Where at in Cali are you?
I'm from Fullerton.
Okay, I know where that is.
I'm just I was watching some friends from we were watching the game, and they're Persian family, and we were just having a blast. I mean, it was just like pissed and then happy and pissed and happy. Yeah. And it was just like
emotional roller
like
coaster.
All emotions going back and forth.
I know, dude.
Emotional roller coaster.
I know, man.
And it's my adopted family out here, and I passed up. My wife had her company dinner. It was at Morton Steakhouse, and I passed up a Morton Steak to watch the game at my adopted family's house, and I was like, man, they better win this damn game, or I'm going to be pissed because they ended up at a free steak dinner. And so I was watching in my friend's house, and but you know what's happening with the Rose Bowl this January 1st, 2026 with Alabama?
No, tell me. I mean, we're just in. We just qualified. All right.
100 years ago.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, we made our name winning the fucking Rose Bowl. I know. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
100 years ago.
We sing about it. Remember the Rose Bowl? We'll win there.
102 years ago, 1926, they beat Washington and claimed their first national championship. I think that is so cool, and I'm going. In my adopted family, a Persian family, I'm trying to convince them to go. And we're going to try to make it out there to the Rose Bowl and watch Alabama play Indiana. And I'm just so excited to be able to go. And tonight was just an awesome game, to watch. And we were, can
I say this? Tonight was awesome. You know why?
Yeah, sure.
Because the world was ready to fucking bury us. And you know what happened?
Yes.
Don't bury us. Don't bury us.
No.
We're not dead, motherfuckers.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. I was listening to the pregame, and the whole pregame on the SEC network was all about Oklahoma. And I got so sick and tired of listening about Oklahoma the whole freaking time. And I freaking turned it off. And I was so sick and tired of hearing about it. And I was like, I hope they kick their freaking asses. And I was under that smirk on Brent Vanderbilt
He thought he
faced
had
the
us,
first
didn't he?
half of the game. Yeah, and then that muff punt and that pick six, and I was just so happy to see it. And and we went 0 for 3 against Oklahoma in the regular season, but taking it to them in the playoffs and to take it away from them. And I'm watching the game right now on the replay, and it's what time is it here? It's 11:20 here, and I think it's 2 hours there. Dude, you're
it's 1:20 here. I'm up late.
a.m.
Yeah, I'm up late. I'm just doing it for
God.
you.
But
I'm doing it for
watching
you,
the
brother.
replay. Oh, I appreciate you. But me and my friend, him and his family, we just had a blast. I mean, it was just like, it was amazing. I mean, just watching this whole game and watching everything develop, and the way the defense played in the second half. Still, we have no run game, but
we figure out a
still
way, don't
made
we?
some progress.
We get into the end zone.
Yes. And you know what he gave me for Christmas?
What's that?
He gave me his wife told me as I'm walking out the door, and she said, hold on, don't go anywhere. He gave me a bottle of Eagle Rare.
Oh, that's
Senior.
good. Great. You know Shank?
I was like,
Shank. You know Shank? You know Shank? Yeah, he's on the Bama Tailgate show. Shank's like, he's always like, Eagle Rare is one of my favorite bourbons because you, Mick, and I'm like, Eagle Rare is
that's what I know.
You know this, yeah. And I'm like, it's a great bourbon. Like you can't go wrong with it.
I know.
And I'm like, listen.
I know. That's the reason I brought it up.
God, thank you.
I've heard you and Shank talk about it before, and that's the reason I brought it up. And I was like, I couldn't believe he brought it up because he owns a 7-Eleven, and some guy gave it to him, and he gave it to me because I looked at it. And I was like, dude, you have a bottle of Eagle Rare. That is an alpha bourbon. He doesn't really drink that much. And he gave it to me for Christmas. I thought that was so awesome.
Dude, I'm so happy you said that, man. You made my day. Like Shank just, I'm going to tell you guys this, man. Shank is one of the smartest people I know. Like he's just like really intelligent dude.
I love Shank.
I do too. Shank. And when I hear people, they're like, and they'll be like, you really like doing shit with Shank. I'm like, I like doing shit with everybody I do shit with. But Shank just reminds me, he reminds me of my friends that I grew up with. You know what I mean? Like there's just something about there's a genuineness about Shank that you can't fake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just
I love Shank.
I do too.
Shank's one of my favorite guys.
God, I love him, man. Like, and it's why I like Brett Elmore. Like, it's why I like Big Sexy. Like, you can't fake that shit. Like, there's those people that are like, this is who the fuck I am, and you're gonna like me or you're not. You know?
Right. But I'll tell you a story. I work in at Disneyland.
Nice.
And I work at a bar in Disneyland, and I was like working one night, and I was walking in, and Barry Jones came in.
Okay.
And he said, "Hey, you're Barry." I have my badge that said Birmingham, Alabama, and I said, "That's where I'm from." And he said, "Hey, Birmingham, Alabama." I said, "I know you." And I had a great conversation with Barry Jones. He was one of the nicest guys I've ever met.
I've heard that too.
And he is just a super cool dude. He was out there in Anaheim, and he went to a conference, and he was just a super cool dude. And I just had a nice conversation with him and his wife. They were out there, and they took his family to Disneyland, and they were going down to San Diego. He was a really cool dude too. And I've, it was really cool. But 2011, 2012 team is one of my favorite teams, and Shank's really cool too. But tonight's game was like really, really, really awesome. That 17-0, being down 17-0 and coming back, and we were all, and when Davion Brown picked off that pass
That was the game.
and
The
made it
punt and that.
17-17. Oh my God.
I was like,
we
got
like
this.
Freaked out.
Yeah, me too, man.
Oh my gosh. We just I turned around, I was like standing up and I was like, oh my gosh. It was like I couldn't believe it.
I couldn't either.
And it was just like so awesome. And I didn't either. And I'm just so ready to go to the Rose Bowl. Honey, Rhonda, I'm talking to my wife now. We're going to the Rose Bowl.
Hey, Rhonda, we're going.
Oh, yeah, she told me. She said, we're going.
Roll Tide,
We're going.
Rhonda. Let's pull. We got that one, and then we got two more after that. But I'm seriously thinking about coming to the Rose Bowl too, because as a Cubs guy, Wrigley Field is Wrigley Field. The Rose Bowl is the Rose Bowl. I want to go back. I haven't been back there since we whooped fucking Texas back in the day. 2009.
I was there. I was there.
Come back.
I was there. I was there in 2010. I was there in 2010
or 2010.
It's a pain in the ass to get in there.
It is,
but it's a beautiful venue. I love that venue. I was there 2010. I was there when they played Michigan and they lost. And I was there last year when they played Oregon because my wife took her to the University of Oregon when they played Michigan. But I love the venue. It's iconic. It's just so much history. And I just love that venue. And I'm just so excited to go back.
Roll Tide,
and
brother.
I'm just Roll Tide, brother. And let's take on Indiana. Let's take them out. Let's Roll Tide. And let's win.
Let's do
it again.
Let's do it. And if
if
I'm out there, but you got to come hang out with me. All right, last call of the night. This is the last call because I can't be out here all night. Although I don't mind. Who's this? Please tell me this is Phil.
Oh, I got my sleeping bag. I thought this was the last slumber party.
Thank God. Phil from San Francisco.
I've been on hold for like an hour and a half.
Dude,
it's well worth it.
Listen, man. Like it's been a long night. But would you have rather been on hold for us? Like us we're down 17-0 and everybody's ready to haul ass? Or would you rather be the guy that's the last call on the big we won by 10, dude. We won by damn 10. Like it wasn't even close at the end.
I'm honored. First of all, what are you drinking? I want to know what you're drinking.
All right. So a couple things. The first thing is I'm going to tell you this, Phil. So these are my, because I got a gluten allergy, so I have to drink specific beers. These are from Stone IPA and San Diego.
Dude, we used to have a Stone Brewing. We used to have a Stone Brewing in Napa.
It's fantastic. So I have some of these. And then I had before that I had some spiced rum, but I drank all that. So look at this bottle. I didn't drink it all today, but
you're such a pirate. You are such a pirate.
I watched the Goonies the other day. I was like, I would have been a great Goonie.
Oh, one of the best ever. One of the best ever.
Hey.
By the way, I know we're talking football, but you gotta love. I don't know if you watch Stranger Things.
I like
Stranger Things. Threw a little bit of they threw a nod to Goonies in episode 1 of this season 5, where L11, she's working out and she's wearing this outfit, and it's just like what's the older brother's name in Goonies? He was also in oh my God,
I know that guy, the guy that was on the bicycle and they held him to the car. Yeah.
So like she wore an outfit just like his, and so it was an ode. The writers made it an ode to the Goonies that she had this outfit.
That's so damn
Headband,
good.
Gray sweat. It was awesome.
So
but by the way, I was drinking a brand new bottle of Makers signed by our buddy Buster. But now I'm on to Old Forester 1897 bottled in bond. And yes, I am savoring today. It's interesting going into this football game. Like obviously you know my brother.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And we're talking about the game. We're like looking at the matchups. We're like,
I just want to ask you this: like,
we should win.
Did you see this coming? Like when we were down 17, are you like, oh, I'm going to be drinking the bottled and bond? Like this seemed like it was going to be a.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It felt like an ass whooping. It felt like we were going to get an ass whooping.
Let me tell you how. Well, yeah, I agree. Let me tell you how my fandom works and how this all worked out. So, honestly, it was just a crazy day. It's the last day.
Phil, you still there? Let's keep coming. I need to get Phil back on the phone. I don't know how we lost him, but I'm going to bring him right back on. All right, Phil, pick it back up. Pick it back up. The fact, I mean, it used
I got
to keep.
it. So anyway, we're watching the game, and the Swede pulls out champagne for this kickoff, and I'm like,
Are you talking about Kiki?
I don't know if that's kosher. yeah, you know it. And so I'm sipping a little champagne, and we go down 7-0. So I'm like, all right, let me go to Modelo, and then we're down 10-0.
I love Modelo,
and then we're down 17-0.
You know that.
And I do love Modelo. One of my best friends runs Modelo, and so I'm a Modelo drinker. And we're down 17-0, and I'm like, okay, this isn't good. And I have another buddy that sends me a text. He's drinking a High Life. I'm like, I got High Life in the fridge. It's time to switch. Because back in the day when we were students at Bama, my highlight was High Life and boiling brats in High Life before we'd go to a Bama game. I'm like, all right, let me pull some High Life. We score a touchdown. We kick a field goal. We get it. I'm like, all right, I just drank High Life the rest of the night until we won, and then I went to whiskey. But, okay, so here's the thing. We lose this game, and it's a mess, and we're all frustrated, and it's like, all right, I don't know what our future is.
Right.
We won, and is this the hump that we needed to get over to be, for like, look, you and I are realists, and we respect the board. We know that
we love him.
Coach, but you have to whether
we realize how good he is.
Right. He is good. Like, we're not going to get any better, right?
I agree.
So is this game, is this win the one that like shuts everybody up and says, all right, you're locked in, you're our guy?
Yes.
Because it is, I mean, he already was, but this one cemented it for me.
Yeah, dude, I agree, man. Like it's time to just be like, look, Michigan and Penn State and everybody else, this is our guy. You know, he's not. What can I say? Can I say this here? I don't want to offend anybody. I'm just going to tell you like my opinion. When I worked at Alabama when Nick Saban showed up. He was an asshole to everybody. He was like, don't talk to me if you see me walking by. Like we got a note, like from like a note, like it was like, don't if you see him, don't bother him, you know. And then when you know, I felt like it was that way, and then the tornado came, and I felt like that was the time that Nick kind of like was our guy, you know, like to me, that's just my opinion.
Yep.
When I realized like Nick was a great dude, like I didn't like him, but I wanted to win football games, and then I was like, okay, he's a great guy. Like he just has this way of doing things, you know. And I feel like with Kalen DeBoer, like we need to get behind him. Like he's our guy. Like he's not Nick Saban, and he doesn't have to be. You know, he needs to be himself.
Definitely.
And he's a great guy, and he's a great coach. Michigan wants him because, you know, I don't know if you saw this, Phil, but their coach had an affair with a girl in worked at the athletic department. And and he got her pregnant, and you know, and he gave her they met. She got a raise. There's no kid. I don't allegedly, you know.
All right.
We got a guy that's just super nice.
The thing too. Look, here's the thing. Going back to the Saban piece, I think Saban adapted because he had that hard edge, and I think he realized that hard edge wasn't exactly where he needed to be a successful. Look, the guy knows how to win.
Yeah.
And to win, you got to be adaptable, whether you're on the football field or off the football field. And I think he figured out how to be adaptable in the public eye. We have Kalen DeBoer, and Kalen, to me, is Kalen. Like,
Yeah.
whatever he seems to be just a pure, nice human being.
Great guy.
And empathetic. Yeah, right. Exactly. And sometimes with our fan base, that's not the best thing because they'll run you out of town. And that's why I look at today's game and I'm like, thank God. Thank God. Like we were down 17-0. And, you know, I've gotten into this ritual where I watch it with the Swede and my son, Ethan.
The
and
Swede.
Just the three of us.
Your
We're watching
wife.
the game.
The way.
And yep. And we're just like, okay. And
That's
honestly,
so
I'm
funny
trying
to
be
hear
a
that
better
from you,
influence
brother.
By
You make
the
my
way,
day. When
she's
you
got-
say
she's
that,
got
it makes
six
my
on the way.
day. Because when I was bartending at Boo Radley, she keeps shit straight. Can you say that? Like, she's the person you want working for you.
The boss.
Boss. She's the
Yeah.
boss.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, just keep going.
She
Just
is the
keep
boss.
going. I just
And
throwing that out
hey,
there.
real quick.
Love you,
Let's
Kiki.
Let's give a quick shout out. Raise a glass to Boo Radley's.
God,
right?
All of us Boo Radley people.
But like Kalen has overcome so much. Like this season, I've been very proud as an Alabama fan to watch. Look, we went through the gauntlet, and do I get frustrated at certain things? I do. Like, how many times can Ty run the clock down to like 2-1 and almost like or call a time? Like it drives me nuts. But there's a method to the madness, and honestly, I think we're so lucky. Here's a question for you: is our defense underrated?
Yeah,
Nationally?
It is.
I do
Ask,
think it is.
hey, look,
I do
ask
think it is.
Oklahoma.
And I think our defense is
What are y'all doing now?
Yeah.
Y'all got 17 in the
Pickers,
first,
what
and
is
you
it?
got 10 the rest of the way, and you got your ass kicked, you know?
Yeah, and let's be honest, man. Let's be honest. They got 10, right? That touchdown, that coverage wasn't as bad. Like when you look at it, it like he found a team, and I got to give their quarterback credit. There were times that he made some great throws, and
He's
they
a
got
good
into
player.
a crease and made a catch. And
I know
like,
they got
he
14, but it wasn't 10. It was 14, but whatever it was, yeah.
Whatever. It's our slumber party, man. It's the last call slumber party. We can call what we want. But that defense has held us all season. Even going back to the regular season Oklahoma game, we don't lose that game because of the defense.
Dude,
we lose that game because of the offense.
We lost that
that
game
similar-
because, we didn't play smart, right? But, dude, when you saw Xavier Brown taking that,
defense poorly.
And when you saw Xavier Brown taking that interception back, were you like me? I was like, sir, you fucking right. Payback, motherfuckers. This is what you're not that much better than everybody. And now you're paying the price. That's what I thought.
Yep. I mean, look, and when you think about it, Womack to me was the MVP tonight.
Oh, he was so good.
We got down, and again,
and he deserves it. He deserves this, dude. He deserves this.
He does. He made adjustments. We weren't getting to the quarterback at the beginning of the game, but damn, we got to the quarterback at the end of the game. And when we got to him, not only did we sack him at times, we forced him to throw a pick six. We forced him to throw the ball to nobody. It was like, I got to give Womack credit, and I'm a big fan of his, and I was last year. And the fact that we've got Womack and Grubb and DeBoer, we've got, and look, I do think we've got an opportunity to win it this year, but if we don't win it this year, I do think we've got positive in the future. And I love this team, and I love our coaching staff. I'm just glad we won tonight. I do think, like, win or lose tonight, I was glad that we got here. I think we deserved it. But at the same time, I think there was situations where we're down 17-0, and you can read the X's of the tweets.
Dude, 17-0. You're not thinking we're going to be on the post game talking about a 10-point win. You can't say that you were.
No, I just thought I was doing the post game drinking whiskey and talking to you.
You were like, I'm going to buy Mick's a really good shot right now. I didn't think the same. I didn't think.
Let me tell you, actually,
had no clue.
Going back to your last caller that was talking about Eagle, I bought a bottle of Eagle about 3 years ago that I'm holding on. I don't know if you remember our buddy back in Tuscaloosa, this guy, Chris Shahaney. He's a really good friend of mine.
Yeah.
He's having a lot of health issues.
Really?
And he doesn't drink it right now because he's having these health issues. And I'm hoping he can hold on and survive because I'm holding this bottle of Eagle 10-year for that guy because he said that's what he thinks is the best whiskey. So I bought this bottle and it's for him. And so, like, I was listening to your last caller talking about get that bottle. I'm like, man, I've been sitting on this bottle for years, and I can't wait till the day that I can have Chris come back to my house and we can celebrate a Bama win, a Giants win, whatever it may be, and just or just celebrate life and have an Eagle Rare because it is a damn. Let me tell you this too. Whiskey and sneakers are gonna be the death of my freaking paycheck. It's stupid, but
dude, I got the so it's just as you guys are like, oh well, you know, we're still hanging on. This is 3 hours, so if you don't want to do it anymore, like I'm not trying to hold you on.
You're crushing it, by the way. I can't believe you've been on this long. you get a reward for this or an award?
Like I went in the house in the fourth quarter and filled up some I filled up some big glasses because I was like, I'm just gonna be a late night. You know what I mean?
Dude,
like,
I think you should take your after 2 hours, or maybe even after an hour. Your last 2 hours of your show should be the last call slumber party.
Yeah. Well, if I could get like when I was doing it with Clint, you know, I could just slide out for a minute and come back. You know, it's like. I mean, I'm alone. I'm like, you know, lone guy. Like, it's like, well, you know, if I want another drink, like, can't get out of here. But
what do you do when you have to go to that?
I mean, I just hang with you guys. I hold it.
Hey, can we take a minute? Can we take a minute and talk about your sponsor, Pearl River Resort?
Yeah, dude. Talk about spots. Pearl River, because the funny thing is, like, you're like, I go there every year, so I'm like, I want to play the new
every year.
I want to play the new commercial, but I don't think we figured out because Steve Azar is the guy that wrote the song. He's in the commercial, right? And we love Steve, but I don't know if we play it. Like, you got to go through all these like checks and balances on YouTube. YouTube makes it so where you don't even want to play his commercial, right? And we're all in the commercial, but I kind of want to play it because I think it would be funny for you to comment on it because I'm in it. But I don't want to get anybody mad.
I watch the behind the scenes. I don't know how you're going to get anybody mad. I love it. I mean, I am a frequenter in Choctaw, Mississippi.
I know you actually fly in and do it. You play Dancing Rabbit. You do the casino. Like you love it. Like, which is so funny to me.
We rent the only so Pearl River Dancing Rabbit has the hotel casino, and then they have a little like inn at the golf course that you can
I love it, dude. I stay there a lot.
On the third hole.
I haven't stayed there yet. Man. Have you stayed at the house?
Oh, dude, that's all we stay at.
Really?
The house comes with 2 golf carts.
Really?
And what we do is we stay at the house. We've stayed there 3 times now. You stay at the house and you get the golf cart and you go back and forth. And then what happens is at night when the golf course is closed because no one's playing because it's dark, we go out and play golf because the golf carts have lights on them.
Right.
And we have these light up golf balls. Like, I hope your sponsor aren't listening.
No. Go ahead. They don't care. Yeah, just go ahead. Throw it out there.
We go out there with these light up golf balls, and we park one golf cart next to the hole with the lights on. We park one at the tee box, and we go play par 3s and drink beers, and it's amazing. It's honestly, so I'm not like because it's your sponsor, but what a great experience. Like we go out there for, it's a guy's golf trip. We go out for 3 nights. We play 4 rounds of golf. We take one night. We do a nice steak dinner at Philip M's, which is the steakhouse there.
Have you had the saffron chowder?
Actually, yes.
It's so good. Like, who would have thought? Like, you're going to Pearl River and you're like, "Give me the saffron chowder," and you're like, "Okay." And it's one of the best things you'll put in your mouth the entire year. Like, which is it's unbelievable.
I mean, that's going to be better than ordering an old fashioned because the bartenders just aren't that great.
I've had some good old fashions there, but it's so funny to me.
But it is a great time. I love the fact that the World's Blend that is a partner of yours. It is a great spot. We have such a good time, and it's not just an adult place. Like you can bring the kids. They've got a water park. But at the end of the day, I enjoy. Actually, let me tell you this. Last year when we were there for our golf trip, we were playing some blackjack, and all of a sudden something started happening off to the side. I'm like, "What's going on?"
What is this?
And this guy, I go to the bathroom. This guy's next to me, and he goes, "Oh, my son just hit $1 million on the slot."
No,
I'm like,
no,
shit.
Really? What?
Yeah.
Somebody hit $1 million?
That kid couldn't have been more than 22 years old.
Hey, look, you're going to have $500,000 once you pay your taxes. That's hilarious.
I'll take it. I keep playing the power. Let me tell you this. You only win if you manifest. And I'm telling you this. I'm telling all of our listeners this.
Tell them.
I am playing the Powerball lottery jackpot, and I'm going to win that. Maybe not tomorrow, not Saturday night, but I will win it at some point.
Right.
And I'll share it with y'all.
Hey, please share it with me.
Just telling you right now.
Well, brother, I love you, man.
So listen, are you going out to the Rose Bowl or what?
I mean, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm 50-50. I love, if you guys don't know me, I love Wrigley Field. But I also love the Rose Bowl for the same exact reason. That there's just an ambiance to that place that's just incredible. So I'm interested.
When the sun goes down,
and that light comes on
the third quarter.
Yes, and that light changes. It's amazing.
Majestic. And then I have to admit, when we were there a couple years ago for the Michigan game, and they played Dixieland Delight, and we were starting our little comeback before we faltered. We got Mill Road. Actually, maybe not Mill Road. I'd say we got center snaps because I don't know what happened that year, but our center snap was awful.
Right.
There was something majestic. The sun was going down. Dixieland Delight was playing, and while we were on the West Coast in California, I felt at home. I felt like a true Alabamian, or I don't know what you would call it. It was just majestic. And look, Rose Bowl is in our fight song. Rose Bowl means I'll never forget. Look, I've been a Bama fan almost my whole life. I finally, not just a fan, got to go and graduate and be a part of the university, and was lucky enough to call baseball and basketball games as students next to you. And then our senior year, or my senior year, maybe your junior, I can't remember. We get to play UCLA in the Rose Bowl. And so I went out and went back to California, back to home. And I get to see us. And Freddie Millens returns the opening punt for a touchdown.
We're going to win.
We're going to the national championship. We proceed to lose. And that was my experience at the Rose Bowl, and it kind of sucked. And then fast forward to 2009, which really was 2010 for the game itself. The Rose Bowl, the national championship game, and we're out there for that. And to see that team break through in that first national championship for Nick Saban and that team and all those guys, and a little bit of a mix. Some of the guys that were like early Saban with some of the guys that were like the Julio Jones and the Mark Ingrams, right?
Yeah.
And to be at that majestic stadium and that moment to win a national championship, and the first in person for me, I watched on TV in '92 as a fan, but to be a graduate and to go out and watch that game in 2010 or 9, whatever we want to call it, amazing. And then go back again last or 2 years ago, even though we lost that game. It's just such a majestic experience. And it blows me away that granted, thanks to the pandemic and COVID, 2021, the Rose Bowl was actually played in Dallas.
I remember that.
That's a faux pas. Like, that was awful. Like, why they even decided to do that? That was stupid. So I'm just excited. Do I think we have a chance? Yes. I respect Indiana. I respect their offense and their quarterback. And I watched that kid play at Cal. I actually went to a couple of Cal games last year and watched him play. What a great team and what a great coach. I just don't think that defense, while they're nationally ranked pretty decent, I just don't think they've played the offenses or their offense have played the defenses of the SEC. And look, I'm biased.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. I think we've got a fighter's chance. I think we actually have a better than a puncher's chance.
Right.
And you get past that game, I don't want to overlook. I'm not overlooking Indiana and saying we got that, but then you play like the winner of like Texas Tech, Oregon. Please,
yeah, come on, dude.
Whoever wins
I know.
the Rose Bowl game probably wins the next. But I'll be honest. Does Alabama play a better defense than Georgia, followed by Oklahoma? Not a chance.
Yeah.
No way.
Nope. Well, roll Tide, brother. If we make it out there, come hang with us.
I've listened all night. Dude, I will not miss it. We got to get you and your crew out to a Giants game this year. Maybe come out for the Cubbies game. I know Wrigley is majestic, and obviously,
I love your manager. You know, I love your manager.
Oh man, our manager. I'm so hyped.
You don't even know how good he is yet. You will. He's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, brother, great show. Thank you for letting me on. We got the win. We're on to the Rose Bowl. Roll Tide, and we'll catch up again soon.
Yeah, I'll talk to you this week on coming to the Rose Bowl. But love you, brother. Thank you, man. That's Phil Hastings, man. It's a great dude. Big Bama fan. And here we are. How many of you guys have stayed for 3 hours and 11 minutes? I love all of you guys that have done it. All right, let's look through the stats again one last time, just because like we're here, right? Ty Simpson, 18 to 29, 232 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. And let me tell you something, no interceptions was a big part of this. John Mateer, 26 of 41, 307 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 INT. That was a pick six. Xavier Brown to the house. Changed the entire game. Rushing yards, Daniel Hill, 9 carries, 43 yards, had a touchdown. His touchdown was like, hey, I'm carrying guys in. Jam Miller, 7 carries, 11 yards. Not great. Jam, I thought, just being out there made a difference, but Jeremy Bernard had a carry for no yards. Ty Simpson, 6 carries, negative 22 yards, all those sacks. All right, receiving. Latsier Brooks, 5 catches, 79 yards, 2 touchdowns. This was he's been great all year, but this was the time where you're like, this guy is a beast. Isaiah Horton, 5 catches, 65 yards. Josh Cuevas, welcome back to the lineup. 4 catches, 43 yards. Jeremy Bernard, 3 catches, 40 yards, missed 1. That was beautiful. Would have been such an easy catch. So now Bama plays on New Year's against Indiana. Another big game. Just get healthy. And then let's see what happens. I want to thank all of you guys for hanging out with us here on the Last Call post-game show. I want to tell you about our friends at Patriot Roofing and Builders. You're talking about Will and Justin, dude, 2 guys that are going to get you covered. They got unlimited home builder's license. They take care of everything, whether it's roofing, siding, gutters, windows, and a full renovation. They're going to do that. And then look, if you're calling and you're like, hey, I want to talk to the guys, they're going to be the guys that answer the phone. Like, they got you covered. I don't want to throw Coker under the bus, but I bet you if he was honest, he'd be like, hey, I wish I had these guys doing my house right now. You know, because he's redoing a house, and I've been through some renovations myself. You just want people you can trust, give you the price, and get the job done when you ask them to do it. And I promise you, Will and Justin, they're those guys that can get that done for you as well. Now, so many of you are like, when are we going on vacation? Do it now. Residence Inn by Marriott, Ocean City, right there in OC by the boardwalk. This is the back-to-back coastal style hotel of the year. Right there in Ocean City. This is where I used to go when we all went when we graduated from high school. Even our junior year we went to. They called it senior week, but we went anyway. Beautiful place, man. Sunsets are fantastic. Keith's got you covered. And some of you guys are like, go out there and do it because you told me to. You did it because you knew it was going to be a great experience. Next Round did their show out there. They loved it. You guys do the same thing. And again, it's Residence Inn by Marriott, Ocean City, Maryland. We appreciate those guys for being a part of what we do. All right. We have had a blast tonight. A lot of people thought Bama was going to lose. A lot of people were waiting for us to be like, oh, we lost again. No, we didn't lose. So now we got Indiana in the Rose Bowl. I can't.
I may not suit up on Saturdays anymore, but I'm still in the game.
Let's roll.
In here, I call the plays, make adjustments, and lay it on the line. Want to feel that fire, that rush? Then you've got to get in the game. I used to say it in the tunnel, and I still say it now. Let's roll.